Start recording. We can do this now. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 486. I'm your host, Barry.
Co-host Anthony.
And Frank.
46, huh? That's I think that was my first computer with a 46. The 386 or 46?
Interesting.
I'm asking you. You had the same computer.
Oh, I don't remember. 386 sounds like familiar, but
386 might have been before our time.
yeah.
A Packard
definitely
Bell
heard that.
46 PC. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Packard Bell Legend 115.
That's a classic computer.
This particular machine was picked up by a friend of mine for $8. Yeah, they go for like $400 now.
Oh my god.
Just because they're relics.
It was a better time.
That was our first computer.
Yep.
Intel 46.
Both had the same first computer.
We have Abo here in the chat room. What's going on?
What's up, Abo?
What's up?
He's screaming.
Just like, ah!
Or chirping, whatever he's doing in there.
He's announcing himself that he's here.
Alright. Oh, RWK88. What's going on, man? I mailed your stuff out. You're good. I sent you a tracking number. I emailed him the tracking number. Been missing y'all. Yeah, just sorry about that. It's just I've been going to bed early at night. I've just been passing out at like 7 o'clock at night. And I've been waking up at like 4:30 in the morning.
Dude, you're telling me I was falling asleep before just a minute ago. I was like...
Well, I slept before the show tonight. I went to bed at like 8:30. Got some sleep. Woke up. That's why we're a little late. And yeah, I'm like half awake too, but I'm here.
We're here.
Some water here. I'll be waking up in like a minute.
We're here. We got the leads.
We're here. We got the beer. What movie's that from?
I don't know. We're here. We got the beer.
We got some portable devices here.
Oh no.
I've been staying up too late. I can't put RE4 down. Yeah, that's what really screwed everybody up the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the addiction, grows pretty fast because you just want to do everything, and you're also working on a bunch of different stuff. So it's like this past weekend was like the first like step away from.
I've been playing it because of Rocket Launcher. I went back to try to do that. But yeah, I had to stop.
Yeah.
I played offline because I was like, if I stream this thing, I'm going to be all
night. It was so funny. Like I was playing it offline as well, and I was like so used to like looking for a chat, so I was like looking over and nothing was there. Like I'm just like I'm not used to it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm able to chill and just get this footage or whatever. So I played it a few more times, but yeah, I was completely submerged with RE4 the past 2 weeks straight. Still am just trying to get this review done for everyone, and gonna track the narration tomorrow, read all the stuff from the script and stuff, and start piecing that stuff together.
Nick with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Nick. We just got started.
Thanks a lot,
man. Yeah, he super chatted on a membership Patreon video that I put out too. So thanks for that earlier as well. It was just a video, but you can still donate on the video when it's not live, kind of thing. So
yeah. You could donate in the comment sections.
Yeah. So thank you, Thunders and Nick, for that earlier.
Nick, thank you so much again, man. Appreciate it. RWK says MLB The Show 23 is keeping me up also. Pretty good game, and we're going to talk about MLB The Show because you talk about your physical games. Well, we're going to talk about MLB The Show. Stevie Mac, I'm doing no healing challenge right now. Well, good luck, man. It sounds like a pain.
You're a madman.
Mr. Met, that's his little icon.
Oh, yeah. I went to a Mets game once.
What is up, Alchemist? Liquor Sandwich, a member of this channel. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What is up?
He got all the achievements for RE4 on Steam. Holy crap. ACR, what's up, man?
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people were definitely getting a lot of stuff done. I was like, damn, people are doing laps around me. I'm just taking my time, to try to, do things in a particular order, and then I'll circle back around and do the other ports, I guess. But I'll worry about finishing the Xbox version first because that's what I have mostly done. So
Yeah.
almost there.
Mets games are brutal. Oh wow. Kama, Richard, what's up, man? How you doing? Kama, who's not in the chat right now, he should be in a little bit. He was playing the game on hardcore, and he's like, I can't get past the castle. I'm like, man, just restart the game on assisted, beat the game, figure out where everything is, and then go back and start playing it on normal. Start playing it on hardcore. And he's like, you know what? I might just do that. So I think that was pretty good advice. Because listen, you guys, you have nothing to prove to anybody by beating it on professional or hardcore or anything, unless you're streaming it and you want to show off or something. But just
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
the
just how you
game.
want to. It's how you want to approach it. You know what I mean? You get different things for different modes, so it just depends on what you want. You want to get the cat ears for infinite ammo, you got to play the harder modes.
Well, what I'm saying is he can always gradually get to the harder modes.
But exactly, because the new game plus lets you carry from any mode that you beat. So if you beat assisted, you take that to standard. You beat standard, that's 2 playthroughs right there. On assisted and standard, you can get a lot of your shit upgraded by then, and it makes it easier. So yeah, just take your time with it. And I started on standard. You know what I mean? The hardcore playthrough that I did was from the start, but it was still starting, from scratch. And then you take that over to professional, and it was, it's easier than you think, as long as you just get the replay, like Perry said, start from 1 and just continue if you need to. And it gets pretty easy to. Things cost less too on the other modes, so you can save money that way. And obviously don't avoid the treasures if you can. If you can grab what you can each playthrough, do it, because you'll get the most value out of it and stuff.
Mitsud, what's up, man?
What's up?
What's up?
Nick is also a member of this channel. I forgot to mention that, but thank you again, Nick, for the super chat. He says, my first playthrough of RE4 Remake, I had to restart because I was playing like but on the last chapter, I love this game. Awesome.
Good.
Alchemist says, I'm on my 3rd playthrough trying to get the infinite rocket launcher. I'm getting burned out by the game already. Yeah, I don't like... You see... Well, here's a tip for that. If you could get the rocket launcher charm, it drops the price to 1.6 million. I still can't get the charm. I'm trying. But here's the thing. A lot of these developers for a lot of these games today do not respect your time as a player. And that kind of pisses me off. Because it's like, really? I want the infinite rocket launcher to have fun after I beat the game.
It was a lot easier in the original.
Now I gotta grind to get a rocket launcher for a game. It's not even games as a service. It's an offline game. What's the big deal? I don't know. All these games are doing it. It's not just Capcom. They're all doing that. It's kind of annoying. But that's the world we live in now, I guess, right? Stevie Mac. That's what's screwing everyone up. It tells you to play a hardcore if you played the original, but the game is hard as hell even on standard. Yeah, you're correct. 100% correct. I fought Salazar for 2 hours on standard. I finally bought the rocket launcher and killed him.
Yeah, I just bought the rocket launcher because I couldn't do it either. I was like, screw it.
He's a pain in the ass, that boss. And that's another boss fight that does not respect your time. They think you're going to sit there all day and do it. I'm like, I have a life. I can't spend 2 hours fighting this guy. It's not fun when that happens,
Especially when you have limited time,
Richard says he started on hardcore.
Limited ammo.
I was playing on LP and Elgato. I think. Oh, but Elgato lost the footage. There goes 5 hours. Oh man, sorry to hear that. I thought he meant El Gigante, but he's
El Gigante lost the footage.
Mitsud just got to the island, installed a mod that gives them free knife repairs, breakable weapons are a cancer. Yeah, the game has a balancing issue with all that stuff, but I play it on assisted, and it's a lot easier.
Well, if you keep your knife upgraded, just focus on that when you start your playthrough. Keep giving love to the knife, even if it takes away from the, weapon upgrades.
Hope you can't take fucked with recording. I always liked the original RE4, but was never in love with it. But this remake is easily top 5. I agree. AAA Gamer, what's up? You got your
What's
item,
up?
right?
What's up, AAA Gamer?
I agree with him 100%. I liked the fourth game when it came out. Over the years, it has not aged well, in my opinion. This game erases all that. I've been playing this game more than I've been playing the original.
I still like the original though.
Yeah, I'm just done
That's
with
just
it.
me.
This is in my opinion, this is a better one. Arrived in great condition, thanks. There you go. You can thank Frank too. He's finally here. You can thank Frank for opening it.
Yeah, that's.
And touching it with his fingers.
I learned a very valuable lesson about things this past couple weeks.
I prefer the original personally, but this remake is solid. Yeah, I like the remake. You know what it is, man? You guys played the original 1,000 times. I played it like 5 times. Like fully through. If even. I'm done with that game.
Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't think you can get to the level of how groundbreaking that game was, even if you remake that game. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
You can't capture that twice. That lightning in a bottle that changed the industry and everything with different gaming and stuff. Like that's just not going to happen. So they're just like, all right, well, what can we do to make this better and tweak these mechanics? And that's kind of what they did. But I still like the original a lot. But that's something more that I'll probably discuss kind of later on. It's hard to say like if I prefer one over the other because I still want to like spend more time with this one. Like I played the original so much, like easily over 100 times. I've beaten it on.
Yeah, that's why you guys have a fondness for it, I guess.
Yeah, like it would be a question for like 5-10 years from now of like what do I like better, what sat well, like then it's like okay.
Now I beat 5 like 100,000 times because I love 5.
Yeah, same thing with 5.
And the
I mean
5
5 just
remake
amped it. Yeah.
is gonna be they set up the mechanics for that.
Yeah,
That game's gonna be
just,
probably one of the biggest games.
it's probably gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna do it co-op, but if they don't, then they're just gonna rock it with the AI.
I kind of hope they don't because
ammo.
I don't want them to stray away from the formula.
Yeah.
They can add that later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the co-op is what makes 5 makes you want to beat it over again because you can at least play it with someone the whole time. And it's not, a CPU that just wastes your ammo because that's exactly what, Sheva was. And it sucks, you know what I mean? And that game is unplayable basically with the AI.
Well, maybe it should be more like this guy over here in the footage.
Yeah. I mean,
guy, Luis.
And if they actually do co-op and they just say fuck it, you know what I mean? Then I think they should keep the attaché cases instead of like the block inventory.
Let's see what Chris pulls up out of his pants.
Yeah.
David R is here, just waiting for Mercenaries. Only played through once, so the prerequisite for the rocket launcher, and decided not to play until much DLC. Fishing the remake, I think the original still holds up as AAA. I played the original for many years, so I've gotten a connection with it, says Richard. If you play 5 co-op, it's awesome, says AAA. Stevie Mac, I can't give RE4 Remake a full opinion until Separate Ways DLC. That's fair. RE2 is my favorite game of all time. The remake was just about everything I wanted for RE2. Remake, I think it's a better remake all around. I think this is a better remake all around. I kind of understand where you're coming from, Nick. I think they will keep the co-ops as the Alchemist. I think they might add that in later. But we'll see what they end up doing. I wouldn't mind if it's not there at launch. But I think they'll eventually add it. Here's the thing. What Nick said is true because I love RE2 Remake because I was waiting for it for like 25 years or whatever it was. But the thing is, this game, because of the melee and the combat, you're going to go back and play 2 and you really can't do most of that stuff. this game is just on another level than 2 remake. Like they got it there, you know.
And it's like the different I think there's different styles that people like and prefer.
Right.
And Resident Evil 4 is when the series turned to action. So this is definitely like an action game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, there's people that probably prefer the slow, minimalistic approach that RE2 had, and or Remake 1, because you're in the...
Let's be fair. We didn't know we were getting RE3 and RE4 remake when RE2 remake was being developed.
Right.
We were just happy to get that. And we're like, all right, maybe in another 10 years.
Yeah, they were making them at the same time, back and forth. They just didn't say anything. And
yeah, they didn't say nothing. And then it kind of got out there that 3 was going to be DLC for 2. But then
it was like
2
in the
sold so well, they
they
sold that as its own game.
Yeah, it was like that whole thing where
which
it was
is why
like
the game had a lot of cut content, because it was originally DLC. But
yeah,
they waited a year and they didn't add anything else into it.
I'm happy.
$60.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm happy I never covered the fake stuff about the RE3 DLC, because people made a big deal about that, and I didn't cover it because I knew the sources were just like wrong, and it just didn't seem right. And obviously, it never happened. Would I have liked to see something like that? Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see more RE3. But when the rumors started about that, it was like so late, and I was like, they're not gonna fucking do that. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
and Village was already
Village 2 and then 3 DLC a month later,
Yeah, because I don't know if people remember, but like RE3 came out in April. They announced Village that June. Like it was like boom, boom. Like they're letting you know that they did not care about continuing support for 3. Not that I expected support for 3, but
no, I'm saying 3 was DLC for 2.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's
I'm not saying. I'm just saying in general. Like the people just they forget like how Capcom kind of structured that, and that's just the way they did it right after release. Like right after 3, they kind of took the momentum from the 2 remakes, and they're like, let's just go into this whole Village thing, which would be the template for basically what they took that RE4 template and tried it out in Romania, which like clearly didn't work. So
RWK says separate ways speculation at this point, or is that going to be a thing?
It's not official, but I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be, maybe announced soon. I'm not sure. Nothing's official though, but I think they're gonna add something with Ada.
Right. They should go back and add the Gravedigger, Church Park, Dead Factory, and Type 2 Nemesis. I don't think they will, considering the game made like no money. It's funny, RE3 remake ended up like RE3. It just came and went, and it didn't sell as much as the second.
Yeah.
The irony, right? Fucking Capcom. A different dev team handled 3, but Capcom didn't want them to add anything. Well, there you go. Okay. Speaking of, can we get to this MLB The Show real quick? MLB
Haven't
The
played
Show.
It yet.
Okay, well, if you buy it on the Switch, guess what? You need the internet to even play this game. The cartridge doesn't do jack shit for you.
Really?
Guess what they did? They put the update file on the cartridge. The day 1 update is on the cartridge. The game is the day 1 update. You have to download the whole game. So they put a file on there saying, hey, you own the game. And you need the internet to download the entire game. If not, you can play... remember when on PlayStation you would install the game? Right? And you would go to play it, but then it had that bar because it was really installing, and you would just play the exhibition game. That's all you can do off the cartridge with no internet. You could just play the exhibition game. You can't get into the game or anything. You need that day 1 update.
Why did they why?
Why even make a physical?
Yeah, I was gonna say why even?
Why make a physical so I can?
Did last year have the same problem?
Physically touch it and stick it up my ass and put it on my shelf.
But did last year have the same problem? Like,
I don't know. I didn't buy
Because
it
it was on
last year.
Switch last year, but like, was I don't know if they handled it differently.
I think it was on the cartridge last year. This year it wasn't. So yeah, shout out to Preservation. A lot of stores aren't even carrying physical games anymore. Target carries like 2 or 3 copies of a game, if even.
I noticed that when you were telling me. I was like, come to think of it, Target has no games in stock.
And Best Buy really doesn't have any copies either. They got like
Best Buy
5
didn't even
copies of a
get
game, and they're always
RE4
sold
in
out. What?
until like Best Buy didn't even get RE4 in until literally like the night before.
They didn't get Resident Evil 7 in on release day. None of the stores got it. That was what, a few years ago? 5 years ago?
That was 2017, 16.
RWK, he got lucky. He was gifted the membership again, this guy.
Damn.
2 in a row, huh?
Holy
Nick,
moly.
thank you so much for the gifting subs. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
RWK got super
Damn.
lucky. So, if you like VR Village can be fun. Other than that, fuck that game.
Yeah, I mean Village, I mean the thing is the VR is like a whole different animal. That's like if you just are playing something for that, that your experience is probably going to be fun because they do make the VR pretty great. I mean the RE4 one was pretty great. So,
well, we'll get to PlayStation VR in a minute. That might be some discontinued hardware at some point.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that.
I mean that's clearly not worth the top dollar.
But MLB The Show, if you buy physically on Switch, you ain't buying the game. You're buying the
That's
update.
just a mess.
You're buying the update file on the cartridge.
That's a fucking
It's
mess.
like Mortal Kombat 11. If you play the game off the cartridge with offline completely, you only get like 5 guys. You don't even get the actual roster you're supposed to get.
It's ridiculous.
When you do the day one update, it unlocks the rest of the roster because they couldn't fit it on the cartridge. So, man, digital is going to be here sooner than everybody realizes.
It's literally unfolding before our eyes
happen.
right now.
They're
gonna do it with the next Nintendo console. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's just gonna be the next. I feel like they're just gonna say screw you and your cartridge, and just.
I think Nintendo will still double dip. I think Sony and Microsoft are headed all digital. But I mean, this Nintendo thing should show you, dude. They don't even care about putting the game on a cartridge for you at full price.
No.
So if they don't care about that, why do you care about buying it? There's like a disconnect between the audience and the company. The company's flat out telling you, "Yo, you're shit. Give us your $60." You know
so
what
I ain't buying it anymore. Forget it.
I'm ready for it. I'm almost out of space in the game room. Yeah, it's gonna happen, and I think people need to accept it. I think the real issue here is these games are like $70 to $100, and people can't fathom not being able to take it and trade it. But let's face it, you're trading it for $20 after you paid $100 for the game. GameStop's giving $20, if even. For some of these games, they're giving $15. We're talking brand new games, unreleased, and you're eating money anyway. I would say is when the digital deal shows up and comes around full circle, just pick the games that you really want to play and you know you're going to play for you. Like Call of Duty, I buy digital because I'm going to get a year's worth out of Call of Duty. At least. So I'm good. Oh, but you might want to go back and play. Really? Have I gone back and played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare from 10 years ago? No.
Nope.
I play it for 1 year and I'm done. I got my money's worth. Anyway.
Well, for games that are questionable, just wait because they all drop. So if there's something you really want to play, buy it. Like RE4, you know you're going to play it, buy it. If there's something you're on the fence about, just wait.
You own nothing and be happy. Well, look at Avengers. You
yeah,
bought the game physically and then shut down.
All those people
look at Overwatch.
Imagine all the people that bought costumes and stuff. Now they're all free.
I think I still have Overwatch sealed on the shelf. I got to take that down. because they locked out that disc. There was an update for Overwatch 2, and it overwrites the servers and stuff for the first game. The disc doesn't do anything now. Anthem, same thing.
All those people are screwed. If you bought stuff on that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Only worries me is the constant releases a horrible day one. You're gonna see that forever, man. That's just the way that it is now.
They could get away with it, so it's gonna happen.
Well, that's the whole thing. People aren't voting with their wallets as far as when bad games come out, and you can't because you don't know what game is going to be broken at launch.
Right.
Last of Us on PC, we'll talk about that. We didn't think that was going to be broken on launch. But good thing Steam turned around and said, you know what? We don't care how long you played it. We're going to refund you if you bought it on Steam. So, it's always good. Especially on a console like the Switch. Well, there you go.
And these companies, like on Xbox, if you buy something, you can refund it within a certain amount of time. So if it really sucks...
I think it's 2 hours like Steam.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're not totally screwed if you buy something and it's, like, unplayable.
It'll probably freeze before you can even get get time in, you know?
Well, The Last of Us was taking like an hour or two for some people for the shaders. It took me an hour. And a lot of people are saying, hey, it's taking an hour just to load the game. How can we even get a refund? And that's when Steam came out and said, for this issue... I find it funny, though, how Sony pulled Cyberpunk because Sony didn't want to give out refunds. But Sony won't pull their game off Steam because they don't have to worry about giving a refund. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they'll never give you a refund.
Do as I say, not as I do, right? Sony, that's your motto.
They'll give you the Sony credit for the store, but they're not going to give you.
And then they'll ban your account, so you can't use it.
Yeah. Oh, you want a refund? Ban.
Sony never wants to refund anybody for anything.
No,
even if they screwed up,
they don't care.
It's also just, I don't know. I just think, and I was looking at the stream earlier when Electric Playground was doing the little thing, and I was like, what's going on? I click in the stream. The first thing that happens, it freezes on him. He's just like, I think I just crashed the game.
What's his name? Lucas?
Yeah. And it's like,
what's his name?
Is it? It's not Lucas. Damn it. I'm blanking on the name.
Victor Lucas?
Victor Lucas. Victor, that's what it is. And he was playing on Twitch or whatever, because I guess he puts the link in there on the community thing. So I was like, oh, let me see. And he was at the beginning, where you like picking up the ladder and you gotta like climb the thing, and it like froze right there. But then when he jumped back on, the load time, like it took a little bit. He was like reading the chat. He was able to get through like multiple comments, and this thing's just still loading. You just see the particles. I'm like, what is this, the PS3? What the fuck? What is this, 2013?
Better off playing on PS3.
Yeah, like, holy shit.
I hate the fact, Stevie Max says, I hate the fact that people online literally defend games being an absolute mess on day one. Look, we've done that with Halo. Here's the thing with Halo Infinite. It was fine. But it was just like...
It wasn't released broken. It was just...
It's just released unfinished. There's no content. Yeah.
The campaign was a little like flat in terms of story, and the open world didn't add much.
Well, we were playing. We did the trick where we were playing like couch co-op. Me, Frank, and Jeff last year, or maybe you were there too. Were you? I don't even remember.
I wasn't there for that. No, but I remember watching the video. Yeah,
and we're like, man, there's a lot of rocks. There's a lot of rock climbing in this game, and we didn't realize that when we played the single player campaign. We were just happy to play Halo.
Remember when we played it online during the beta and it was like horrendous? We're just walking for like 3 hours to try to get somewhere. Like You can't. It's just a mess. It's just open world doesn't work for that game.
Yeah. Nick says, I know this is a wish. Everyone is tired of hearing about Code Veronica with gameplay like this. Yeah, Code Veronica with the engine would be perfect, but I think people need to understand they're doing it in sequential order. They want to wrap up the numbered series, and then I think after that you'll get Code Veronica.
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep the momentum going with
And
the.
I really don't
number.
understand. It's like SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. Great game, but why is that like the ultimate wrestling game?
I liked Just Bring It better than Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
know?
like all the other
Or
ones.
I like Shut Your Mouth. I like
Shut Your Mouth is a
too.
really good one that
That was
never gets
that was
talked
one of
about.
that was one of my favorites. Like, I mean, they're all very similar, but yeah, Shut Your Mouth. That was 2002.
Shut Your Mouth was booked better than the actual year.
Yeah.
As long as they play like No Mercy, they're good.
Yeah, has to be No Mercy every time. I mean, my favorite. I always love SmackDown on PS1. I also love WCW Mayhem on PS1. You know, I love that shit. The Backstage Assault, N64. I had that. WrestleMania 2000.
Well, you know,
Attitude, Warzone, like all those were great.
Warzone was like the best.
Yeah, I mean, Nick had all of them, and that was like that's kind of how I got it. It was kind of like the gaming side of things kind of got me into wrestling because that was my first exposure to it, as well as like seeing it on TV. But then when I was able to play
Stone
it,
Cold used to be on Celebrity Deathmatch. If anybody remembers what that is,
I remember that.
I had that game on PS1. Yeah, I still have it. I think it's over there somewhere.
Infinite had great shooting mechanics with no contact. Yeah, that was the only issue, really. I literally couldn't get through a car crash with the last ones on PC. So
no.
40 FPS with a 3070 at 1080p. Trash. Kamba is here. What's up? I can't remember the differences. I remember.
What's up, man?
Well, Here Comes the Pain was a great game, and the roster was huge, but that is like online the most coveted wrestling game. And I just don't understand why. I was like, it was a
and the value's gone up too.
Yeah, I sold that game for like $40 a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Usually those games go for like $6.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Someone still can't explain to me why that's the best game ever made. Like WWE wise.
I like Day of Reckoning.
Day of Reckoning was really good. And everyone hates those games. I don't understand.
1 and 2, like me and my buddy play that like religiously.
It's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, I want games to play like No Mercy." Well, those two games play like No Mercy.
WrestleMania 19 or 18 was it?
18 and 19 and Day of Reckoning 1 and 2.
Those were all great. Like that,
Grim, what's up?
I would play them over Here Comes the Pain. I mean, I played Here Comes the Pain when it was like fresh, but then, between Day of Reckoning and then SmackDown versus Raw, I wasn't even thinking of, Here Comes the Pain at that point.
Yeah, it's
because you're like, oh, I get the best of both worlds.
Maybe because the roster is pretty big. I don't know, but maybe because Eric Bischoff is OP in that game. I don't.
But the roster was escalated in the SmackDown vs. Raw stuff. But
what's funny? SmackDown vs. Raw and Day of Reckoning 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin's not in the game.
No,
because he was in a contract dispute.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know that back then.
What happened was they took the name Stone Cold, and he was doing movies at the time, and he's like, can I please use my name? And they're like, no. And he was like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, fuck you then. And they took him out of the games. So those are the only 2 games he's not in. But The Rock's in every game since Warzone. So, a little fun fact there.
Wow.
Wasn't one of the announcers Celebrity Deathmatch? Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, here, RE2 remake was a success with old and new fans. RE4 remake story continued, and Code Veronica's Claire story continued. RE5 and 6 can wait. Well, I think RE5 is next, because this kind of tells you at the end here where they're going.
It's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, they're showing you exactly what's up. I think you'll get Code Veronica once the numbered remakes are finished.
Yeah.
Or maybe they won't do 6 right away and they'll do Code Veronica. I don't know. But from what we've been hearing internally is that they're doing a numbered one first. So, Dreadpool, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up?
I want Code Veronica and Dino Crisis. I think we'll get those at some point. I think they missed the boat on that Dino Crisis one because Jurassic World was really hot And they didn't jump on that. And now Jurassic World is like dead.
Yeah, dinosaurs made a little comeback for like a couple years, and then now
I think the Jurassic Park movies, let's be honest, it should be one movie every like 10 years. But it's Hollywood. They get, it made $100 million. Oh, do the
they
next
whore it
one.
out. Yeah.
Look at Scream. Scream 7's filming already this year. It's not even out on VOD yet. But that's what they do. They run it into the ground, and then it goes away for a long time, and it comes back. So I think Capcom is spacing their games out perfectly. The next game will be Resident Evil 9. Then after that will be 5 remake.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, they put out the remake, then they do a mainline, and then, it's
I
they
think
know what
Resident
they're
Evil
doing.
9 is going to be next year.
Yeah,
I think
I was gonna
released.
normally say that it was gonna be announced at E3, but that's not happening.
It'll be announced in June, which is E3. Listen, we're going to say E3, but we really mean June.
Well, now they have their Capcom showcase events anyway. They've been already doing that. That's how they announced RE4.
Resident Evil
So
9
it's safe to say they're gonna
RWK is
do that.
2024, buddy.
Yeah, I would say it's next year, and they're going to announce it probably at a Capcom event that is their own. Because, again, a lot of these companies don't need a show like E3 at the moment, unless they're actually going to be there, hands-on. But, yeah, so I'm sure we'll see that because, again, that's probably been in development way before. Like we're saying, the roadmap is pretty clear with how they do it.
Seems like they're going to milk and add content to RE4 for a year
Well,
or
they'll
so.
keep that team making the DLC for it, I'm sure, and then they have this other team working on.
Yeah, you guys have to understand. There's a remake team and there's the regular team. So that's why the games are coming out close to each other and they're getting it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, and so we'll probably just see it at some kind of showcase, and it'll be probably Capcom's showcase, or it could be a Sony event as well. That's how they kind of did the RE4
Probably be Sony
announcement.
I like how Sony's been silent, right? After they got caught with their pants down.
You can't say anything now.
Dreadpool uploaded a video of Jim Ryan coming this summer when that deal goes through. That deal might go through before June. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I hope so, because I really want Diablo 4 on Game Pass.
Seems like they're
I'm banking on that.
Some of these places are wrapping it up in April, so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. That's why I said July to be safe, but might be wrapping up by June. Maybe before June. We don't know.
We shall see.
But the deal's getting done. And that's it. So
it's going to be so nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some Activision stuff going too.
I could delete the Blizzard launcher off my computer finally. Yeah. That's all I want.
You could delete that already.
Well, if you want to play Diablo and stuff, you got to have it. Sucks.
Ugh. Wait, to play Diablo, you got to have the Blizzard launch? I thought they got rid of that. Oh, it's Activision, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a BattleNet app. So like World of Warcraft, Diablo, all that's in there.
Yeah, that'll all be on Steam when that's all done.
That's all I want.
Zero should get a remake. Zero might come at some point. I think they need to figure out what they're going to do with this co-op stuff. And there's a team that... Well, RWK, the main team was doing 2 remake. And then another team was doing 3 remake at the same time. You see what I mean, man? Like, this is the misconception. And he took off. They were making 2 and 3 at the same time. 2 different teams. 3 was going to be DLC for 2. Then they saw 2 sold like crazy. And they're like, you know what? We're going to hold back 3. Sell it next year.
That's why it wasn't like fully
at full
fleshed
price.
Out.
That's why you got 3 the way it was.
Right.
Because these companies pull that stuff. They're not the only company to do it. God of War did it with Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Ragnarok was originally DLC for God of War. The only difference with Ragnarok was they went back and they added more stuff into it. After they made the decision that, hey, we're just going to make this the next game, they went back and said, okay, we're going to add this, and that. Is there a remake could happen after 5?
Do we think?
No, they're not. They're going to go in order.
Do we think with 9 that's going to be third person?
After
right?
6, you'll get a 0 remake, and then you'll get Code Veronica, you'll get Dino Crisis. What are you saying?
Do we think 9 is going to be third person? Because now they kind of did that with the DLC for 8.
They might do first person and then later give you third person mode, or they might give you an option this time.
I hope they just give you an option, because I really like the third person.
You know what, though? They're going to look and see, this made over $2 million in 2 days or whatever.
Right.
They might look at that and be like, you know what? This made more money than Village in 2 days.
Yeah. So give us more of this just in the future. Third person.
We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. If they give me an option, great. That would probably be the best for everybody, but we will have to wait and see. Matthew Bones, what's up? What's up, guys? I'm currently on my first playthrough Art for a Remake, and I'm loving it. I wonder if the next... I wonder what the next... Well, you got to beat the game first. You're going to get 9 next year, and you're going to get Remake, blah, 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 by the 30th anniversary of the franchise, which is 2026. Either way, I'm down. You're good to go, man. Enjoy the game. I'm out. Nick, thank you so much again for the gifted subs and the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Brother.
Thanks for coming in. I hope not to give an option. Just waters the controls down. They need to pick a lane and stick with it. Yeah, I agree. I prefer third person to first person. Yeah, the third person is the best one because that's Resident Evil. But I don't know, man. A lot of people, they get mad. You see, 7 really divided the audience. 7 was really a reboot. I don't think people actually realize that. When you look at the game, it's actually a reboot. Capcom just drew the little... They colored in the 7 as like a wink-wink just in case it didn't work out. Because in the 8, you could tell everything was shoehorned in when it wasn't supposed to. That's why Chris doesn't look like Chris in 7, because it's a reboot. He's not supposed to be Chris, the Chris Redfield that we already knew. That's why he looks different. That's why they just say, oh, I'm Redfield. That's why it's Blue Umbrella. It wasn't supposed to be a sequel. It was supposed to be a brand new freaking franchise. It was a silent reboot because they felt like they went overboard with 6, which they did. But they ended up making a canon. They went with the Village, and that's why none of this stuff makes sense from Village to 7. But look at 7 really hard. Don't look at it as Resident Evil 7. Just look at it as Resident Evil. There's a lot of similarities between that and the first game. A lot. And that Redfield thing at the end was just to shoehorn, the Redfield name pretty much. But go back and really look at that game when you're playing it. So, there you go. 7 was a reboot after the action mess of RE6, says Richard. I prefer... we read that one. They even said it was like a reboot. They wanted everything to be grounded with realism. They wanted the main character to be the player. Yeah, exactly. That's why he had no name or whatever. Not no name, but no face. Man. What?
And we got Moldy Man. Because they had to explain
that
how
doesn't
he
make sense
arm.
either. Because the mold would... the mold don't last that long. And this guy lasted like an extra, 5 years as a molded. And if he was mold, he wouldn't be screaming, ah! He wouldn't be bleeding. He wouldn't need health.
And he had a baby while being mold.
Yeah, because apparently after he got Welcome to the Family Son, that's like when he got infected.
Well, he was killed. And then they revived him with the mold, which is stupid.
Yeah, it's shit that wasn't there in the it wasn't there in 7. Like, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, they just shoehorned everything.
How did he last as a mold that long? When everyone else is turning the mold, like, instantly.
Imagine he's just like slowly getting crusty and slow, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, he just happens to full form mold right at the end of Village to make it dramatic, right? Come on.
Yeah.
I still played Village. You're not missing nothing. Redfield Bloodline. Just kidding. Oh God, we don't need more of that. Anyway, what topics do we have tonight?
We have a bunch of random stuff. Let's hop into the PSVR too, because it's just like a mess right now.
I don't even think
So
Chris was. Wait, really quick. I don't even think Chris was meant to be in 7. They just threw him in there at the end. Realized the game was barely connected to R. Yeah, it was a reboot, and that was a little.
Well, they
wink,
did that
wink.
Not a Hero DLC just for him, but it was like stupid. It was just you shooting in a cave for like an hour.
Dude, it looks like he has the
no
Master
story.
Chief helmet in that fucking DLC.
Yeah.
To me, Village is right before 6 is worse than the series. Yeah, I agree. Those two games are, they're not bad, but they're just not Resident Evil like.
6 at least had cutscenes.
Yeah, when we played 6, we streamed at that time, like me and Frank a few months ago. There was like buses crashing and shit, like random stuff was happening. I was like, what the hell? I don't remember
it was
any
ridiculous. It was so ridiculous.
They did crashing scenes with cars like 3 times in that game.
Yep.
Remember, we're fighting and the bus just slammed into us, and you're like, "Oh, you gotta watch out for that bus."
All right, go ahead.
It's hilarious. Okay, so PSVR 2, ridiculously priced. They expected to sell. They're only expected to sell 270,000 units by the end of March. That's what they sold essentially. They were aiming to ship 2 million units during the first quarter. So obviously they're only at 10% of their goal. It ain't gonna make 2 million. I predict they just discontinue this thing in like a month or two because it ain't gonna sell. It's not up to
before you
their.
discontinue it, mark down the ones that you still got.
I hope they will, because
imagine if that'd be so killer if they're like, we're fucking done.
That's what they do though. That's Sony's.
Here's
MO.
the thing: you knew that they weren't going to make the money because they're only selling it on their website,
and it never sold out either.
It never sold out. Even the pre-order thing, we invite you to come pre-order.
Yeah.
But they thought that their fans were going to, because these are the same people that say they'll pay $100 for a game. They thought, all right, we got them.
They'll pay $600 some for this shit.
And they realized that, nope, not everyone's got that type of cash to blow on a friggin' headset. You could buy another PlayStation 5 and put it in another room in the house for cheaper than this thing.
Better off doing that. But this is the thing that I'm foreseeing. So they predicted selling 2 million. They had to at least produce 1 million units, and they only sold 270,000. So there's still, I'm predicting 800,000 units out there that are just sitting somewhere. So they might have to discount them. There's no other way. Or they'll probably try to bundle it at first.
Well, hey, look what they did with PlayStation 3. That didn't get a discount for 4 years or 3 years, whatever it was.
Well, they're gonna sit on them then.
It almost killed the PlayStation brand, the PlayStation 3, because they refused to cut that price. For 3 years, they refused to cut that price. They were like, nope, and nobody bought them, and they were like, well, we ain't cutting the price.
They're like, well, deal with it.
Can you imagine if they contracted 2 million with the factory and they have to make 2 million and they only sold 200,000? They're going to be so screwed.
Well, this is the part where they just refuse to die on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, we could have predicted that this was going to be a disaster based on the price, but they never seem to understand how things work. They always just do these crazy things.
This is the problem. This is what people don't understand. I see this clear as day. You know why they priced it $600? Because they have all these fucking idiots on Twitter saying, I'll pay $150 for all the exclusive games.
Yep.
When they see that, they're going to charge crazy money. What you motherfuckers need to do online is say, you know what? $70 is too much money. $100 for a collection is too much money. But you don't do that. Instead, you have these fucking idiots that don't even buy games. Their fucking moms, their girlfriends, their baby mama fucking buy them the games. These guys don't even have a job half the time. Say, I'll pay $150 for a game. I'll pay $100 for a game. And Sony's like, great, we're going to sell you a $600 headset. But you know what? Sony's always done this shit with their products anyway. They've always been crazy expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just... It's been like that for a lot of their stuff. You know? But this is why you can't be on the internet fucking saying, I'll pay more money. You're a fucking idiot.
Like, yeah, it's just like, and people aren't gonna, they're gonna vote with their wallets, especially if it's too expensive. And it's something like the VR2.
You couldn't even buy, had they been able to sell this on Amazon and Best Buy and stuff, they would have made a little bit more money. But they knew, because Amazon and Best Buy, they need allocation units. And Best Buy didn't want them sitting on it, because then they send them back to Sony, and then Sony.
It seems like all the retailers knew, but
and
Sony
they didn't want
didn't.
people buying it and returning it. I guarantee you, because we joked about that.
And the same thing, and you know what it is too. I mean, Best Buy probably did that with the VR, the first VR, because we didn't sell like jack, for a while until they dropped the price, and that was the only way that they were moving. They sat up on a warehouse like thing for a while. You know what I mean? And this was back, when they would have like the Sony reps, go to the store and like, they would set it up on the weekends to show customers and stuff. And like, yeah, you would sell like some, but it wasn't anything that was like flying off the shelves even back then. And it was like what, $450 back then? By the way,
I heard that the you know what, those controllers that it comes with, I have big hands, okay? People are saying that they can't even hit certain buttons in those, because you got to put your hands in those spheres things.
Right.
Little PP controllers.
Some of their hands are too big for that. So it's like, well, I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, then you're stuck with playing
Can these companies fucking figure out that we're in America, where our hands are fucking gigantic over here? And you're giving us these little... Like, this Joy-Con thing is the fucking size of a cracker. You know what I mean? Like, what? You see these hands? Get these hands right now. Come on. What's that, Braun Strowman? Get these hands? Look at this shit. Look, I'm going to show you.
Microsoft was the only one who could do it with the Duke. They were the only ones who knew.
Look at this. That's my fucking hand, and that's one Joy-Con.
Your fingers are going to be cramping by just like trying
My fingers are fucking bigger than this Joy-Con. Look at that.
It's smaller than a cracker.
Look at that. That's embarrassing. And then you want me to go like this? My hands like smother this remote.
It hurts.
It's so they can hold it on the train. It's so they can hold it on the train transportation, Perry. Come on, they gotta make it a small enough size.
You know what, man? Make the little remotes over there and give us the big remotes.
Yeah, give us Joy-Cons XL.
Yeah, I
That's
hate
what RWK
man.
says. Super small dick control. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is over there.
I mean, I hate using the PP controllers. Like, definitely hate that.
Got to use a SNES controller. Yeah, well, they discontinued that model, so whatever I got downstairs is all I got. But
it's just not. I agree. I mean, shitty controllers.
Stop making these things are $600. You can't give me a controller that's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and then what? You're forced to use the DualSense, and then you don't get that actual you can't
use the DualSense
movement. Yeah, oh, you can't at all.
No.
So you're bound to that.
Yeah, you need those remotes that it comes with.
So what price do we bite? $299, $249? When do we say enough is enough? We're gonna get this.
Anything not $600 or $500.
I'd say $250.
Yeah, $250 for me. $300
at $400. It'd be competing with the Quest.
That's true.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is that they're so
they would
ignorant.
Even be
they're
fucked
like,
in that
we can get it.
They'd be screwed at that point too, because everyone just buy a Quest.
Yeah, but what do you think they're doing? That's why it's not selling, because then they just be like, oh, let's just do that.
And you can't use it on PC. If you were able to use it on PC, this would have been a great unit for people.
Like, I understand they're relying on the updated games, Horizon, and all this stuff to get people to be like, well, this is why I would get a PlayStation over a Quest. But if the average Sony fan's already shelling out like over $1,200 between the console, the controllers, the VR headset, and the game, it's like, dude, it's just so expensive.
Right there. After tax.
It's so expensive.
And there's like a handful of games.
And there's PS Plus, and there, like the average person that's getting this stuff would have to get everything if they're trying to be all set and play. And it's just like, man, that's just a lot of dough. That's just a lot of dough to be putting out there for something that also doesn't support. Like, I remember, like the support list for the PSVR 1, it's just like they just don't really care, like they don't have like that like sense of like we have to honor
that killed
the
it
old
too.
stuff.
Are the Zelda Switches still available? Yes, they're on Amazon. They're $360.
Yeah, they're usually still in stock.
I don't know why I can't talk tonight. I just woke up a little while ago. They're $360. They're on Amazon. They should be at Target. They should be at Best Buy. Isn't VR2 having problems connecting to PS5s? They're having multiple issues depending on which model. It's not like it's multiple issues for one headset, but multiple people have issued multiple problems.
The stuff that's been like, I don't know. I just think a lot of the games that they're trying to, again, be like, this is justified paying that much money. I just think that they're just very stupid to think that, again, this is why it's not hitting the goals anyway, because it's just no surprise. It's just so expensive. And like, I think the average person would probably, as much as someone would actually play VR, because like I play VR, but I'm not playing it all the time. And some people might just be fine with what they can do.
There's no fucking games for that thing.
Yeah. Like, because
the only reason why I would get one is for Resident Evil 4 and Village or whatever they're putting on there, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not paying $600 to play that.
Yeah.
I could literally buy a PlayStation 5 right now for what was it, $509.99 or something?
It's still on Amazon for $509.
And it comes with God of War Ragnarok.
Yep. It's less money than the headset.
Yes. That's the whole point. People are it's like the whole Vita versus PlayStation 4. The Vita was $399 or the PlayStation 4 was $399. What were you going to buy for $399? A PlayStation 4. You're not going to say, for the same price, I could just get a Vita, which is gimped out. Or I could just get a PlayStation 4. You're going to buy a PlayStation 4. That's the problem with Sony, man. They've always had a high price tag on all this stuff.
They're not in touch with the market at all.
They're not. The God of War systems, you know why they're $509.99? Because they got to get rid of them. They made
Who's buying God of War anymore? Yep.
And that digital console is coming out in E3 time in June. They're going to announce that deal. That one SKU digital console. That's why you can't find the other digitals anymore. You can find them on their website, but that's pretty much it. Nobody's carrying them.
Yeah, the only ones that Best Buy are getting, from what I've heard, is just the disc drive ones. That's it.
Yeah, and they're going to phase those out.
That they can't get rid of, that are just like stacked right now. So get them while you can, because like Perry said, that's going to be the model that people are going to
I guarantee you that model is going to go for crazy money.
Yeah.
If they announce this digital thing.
Yeah, I was like, damn, maybe I should just get one and keep it sealed in the box. You know what I mean? But I got to worry about this PC stuff.
Yeah, so breaking news. Anthony's going to build a PC at some point this year.
Yeah, it's about that time, you know what I mean? And we're going to start piecing some stuff together. And it's about time I get something upgraded, or up to date. And
so I sent him a parts list this morning. Breaking news. It's not a $5,000 computer.
No, it's not.
I think Anthony was kind of shocked at the price. Like, in a good way shocked.
Yeah, it wasn't really... I was like, okay, I can try to, figure this out and, just take a look at what's going on now because it's different than what was 10 years ago.
It's different than what it was 6 months ago.
There you go. I mean, it changes every other day,
32
right?
gigs of RAM is $87.99 at Best Buy right now, RGB. I paid $110, $120 for that RAM a couple of months ago when I built the computer. The parts are coming down like crazy. SSDs, 2 terabyte NVMe's for $150 for the Pro, the Samsung Evo Pro. If I would have known that when I built my computers a few months ago, I would have just gotten that. But everything's dropping, man, when it comes to PC parts.
Yeah,
the
so
DDR5 RAM is cheap. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just it's all about just getting everything, whether it's on sale or trying to, figure out the ways of getting stuff. And it's cool though, because there's going to be a lot of cool shit that I can do on an updated PC for content and everything else. It's what I do, so it is important to invest wisely. And I did that 10 years ago, and it's it worked out clearly. And I take care of the stuff. It's been upgraded as well, like what I'm on now. Like I've upgraded stuff throughout the years, but yeah, it's time to move on and still keep it, obviously, and get the new shit. So I'm excited, and I'm not sure when it's going to go down. That'll just come down with the timing of stuff, but it's going to be probably, obviously, within this year, clearly. So the time is now, and yeah, we'll keep you posted with that stuff. Obviously, we'll probably stream it.
So, can I ask you something? Dreadpool says he got his PlayStation 5 with a disc drive. So he's all set. He's ready to rock and roll with that one.
Right.
You might have sold me on a digital PS5. Hey, I didn't sell you on nothing because Sony's going to force you to get one, whether you like it or not. Seeing someone else is making an Xbox. Yeah, and they're the same price. A lot of people are like, oh, it's cheaper than Seagate. No, the Seagates have always went on sale for $179. So it's $179 out of the box.
It's Western Digital, by the way.
Yeah, it's the same exact price. It's not helping anybody at any point. Xbox really fucked up with that thing.
They need like four more people.
It was great when they first announced it, but then, and they said, oh, there'll be multiple manufacturers. Yeah, that was almost 3 years ago. And now a third-party manufacturer's coming around. They got to get cheaper ones made. And that'll help them. But, I mean, here's the thing. Unfortunately, you need fast internet. You got to bite the bullet and get the 2 terabyte card, or you just got to get fast internet and just delete stuff when you're done playing it.
That's what I do. I just delete it.
Play the Fear Effect games. Fear Effect I played a long time ago. Remake is supposed to come out. Same devs who made in-house House of the Dead remake. Oh man,
that's not good.
It's not good. Boy, that's how I got God of War code. I don't plan on using. Yeah, I have an extra God of War code as well because I had to get one, or the one I got for the shop or whatever. I already had the game, and I have an extra code. So that sucks, but hey, for people that don't have a PS5 and they're buying it right now for $509, they're getting God of War Ragnarok for $10. Can't beat that deal. What were we talking about originally?
The VR2.
The VR2 bullshit. Yeah.
What did you say after the VR2? Your PC.
Oh yeah.
So I built you the computer in what, June?
Kind of bounced into that. August of 2013.
August of 2013, and you're still using that computer right now.
Yes. And I'm not afraid to say that I went with Intel. And I know, people don't like when you say things like this on the internet, but that's just the way it works. I went with Intel, and I like it. It served me right, and because they've earned my trust, I'm going to stick with that going forward. You know what I mean? Obviously, this was my first build experience, being a editing and gaming rig in one, and all the stuff that worked I want to stick with, you know what I mean? And I still obviously want to do like a disk drive, like little things like that are not as common nowadays, but the case that Perry sent me looked dope, so there's that too. But yeah, Intel, Nvidia, That's it for me all the way. They got me sold clearly, and I haven't had problems. You know what I mean? And I'm just excited to jump into the new stuff and really experience, the difference. I mean, because like you said, yeah, it changes. Even 6 months ago, 3 months ago, it's like it changes so fast. So that 10-year difference is obviously going to be felt and seen in that difference, and where we've come in that time with just like technology and the whole PC industry is pretty wild. So I'm ready to dive into something new, and it'll be cool. So yeah, that's something that was also kind of decided, in the past week. So
Good. Well, we'll get that done. We'll live stream it, and we'll get it done.
yes,
And then you're done for another 10 years. I might not even be around in 10 years, but you'll be good. You're going to have to figure out how to build your own computer in the next 10 years.
Anthony and I with like a hammer, like, how do we do this?
The stream is going to be, we're going to have to make a 2-part stream. It's going to be, we're going to have to end it
I'll
at
be
11
50
and a half
in 10
hours.
years. Can you believe that?
And I'll be 40 something, 42, 43.
Driftwell says I have fast internet, 1 gigabyte up and down, and still download max at 180. Wow. You might have to get your cables checked.
Actually, yeah.
Also, how close you are to the server is the closest being either Texas or Virginia.
I was having a problem like that in here, and it was my splitter, and then also my cable was bad. I got a different splitter, and I cut that cable and put a new end on it, and now I'm getting like 800-900 in here, even on my Xbox. So
yeah, I remember you talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to check your cables just to make sure.
If not, then maybe you're right. I don't know, because we're close to everything here, so we might be all right. But
you'll make it past 50? I don't know, man. I got a lot of health problems.
So I tell you all the time. Every day you're like, oh, I'll be checked out by then. I'm like, stop.
Might be. You never know. What's the first game you're gonna play says Liquor Sandwich when you try to get at max settings? I verified my speeds. All right.
Okay.
The Last of Us. No, I'm just kidding. No, Resident Evil 4, for sure. I think it's probably gonna be one I'm gonna try. Also, I would like to actually try out GTA 5 as well on PC, which is something I haven't had. I haven't had the balls to try it on this one. So, I want to
GTA 5 fine on that computer.
Yeah, probably, but I just.
So the old computer you're gonna give to your girlfriend,
right? Or it'll just kind of be used as like a secondary, because she does have her laptop that's like, pretty much better than some of the shit in this computer. So like we'll have multiple units kind of hanging around, which is fine.
Well, I mean, you could still use that computer to render video.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, you have a backup, or you have an extra one. That's another thing too. If you got 2 projects going on at once, you got 2 computers now that can do all that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so there's like multiple things going on at once, and things can be a little bit more seamless. And so it's not going anywhere, and it will be cool to, because I'm not really having obviously I have some issues with it.
You know what? Do you want to get the Elgato card? You got to add that to your price list. Well, you can just shove that right in, and you're done. You don't need a cam link. You don't need none of that shit.
Yeah, that's something that's
like $200. Sometimes it's on sale for $170.
Right. Well, the good thing is I'll see what I can get for the discount, hopefully, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah. So
I forgot about that, but yeah, you'll need that because you're tired of the cam link bullshit.
Yeah, because I remember we used to get stuff off of the Elgato stuff, so maybe they can order it. Just figure it out, see if I could save some money on it.
If you got friends,
I was thinking about that
at certain places. I gave you everything. You try to get that stuff done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because they're I think that will also help in the whole this not being $5,000, which it already isn't even close to that. Which is just nowhere ridiculous.
Near that. That's why all these fucking people in the chat room that say that, they're fucking dumb. They don't.
They're not keeping up to date with this shit. Yeah, I was gonna say this is something you've been building PCs for over 10 years now, and in
The only
in the
computer I got
Dell,
for $5,000 was this AMD Threadripper because I
Threadripper, yeah.
needed a Threadripper and I couldn't build one at the time because it was the whole parts shortage thing because
Yes.
everyone was doing that Bitcoin shit. So I ordered
The
this from
mining.
Dell, and I had to be put on a pre-order for this because they didn't have cards. They got the cards in. They said we're shipping your deal. Had I built this computer, it would have been like $1,000 difference, if even. So I was still going to be blowing money. And again, this isn't for gaming. This is for encoding Blu-rays, which it does a fantastic job at. This computer is perfect for that. I tried to use a daily driver for a year. It was a mess. So this is now just to encode video. And shockingly, this Threadripper, if I could speak today, I don't know what's going on. This Threadripper 1950X was able to run The Last of Us without crashing. However, the computer stayed revved up the entire time.
He's like
as if I was
90% of your
encoding.
stuff.
As if I was encoding several videos. So, yeah, that game is crap. But this computer held on. And it ran. I didn't get one crash. The game looked like shit. It ran like shit. But I didn't get one crash on this computer. So, this thing definitely got its money's worth in the last 5 years. That's for sure. So, I'm happy with that. So that's all I got to say about that. That was the only computer that cost me that money, and it only cost me that because there were two 1080 Ti's in there at the time, and that was like the newest card. You know what I mean? Like it was top of the line, and it was Dell, so they robbed you anyway. They always rob you.
They don't give a fuck.
But this computer currently, these are brand new parts I sent you.
Yeah,
and it's nowhere near. It's not. It's
not
even in the ballpark of $3,000.
Not at all.
Mine wasn't either. Nowhere near that. And I just did mine in January. It was nowhere near. It was like a little over 2 maybe.
Yeah, but then you bought an $800 graphics card.
No, that including the graphics card.
Really?
It was still a little only over 2.
Yeah, Frank had some brass balls over here.
I don't want to do this. I cannot do this again for 10 years, so obviously. So
well, it was the last time we built yours was what, 6 years ago, 7 years ago?
Yeah, 6 or 7. I think it was 7 years ago.
We have a video of it too on here. We streamed that whole thing.
But I wanted to get this. I had to get this done now. So obviously, with everything going on, so not doing that again for another 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, you're
gonna build. You want to invest in these, and just have them, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? And you're able to play RE4 like a fucking soldier over here.
Well, Anthony, I gave it the 3070 because you could probably get a deal on that in that place. If you want to go any higher, that's up to you. But I have that card in this computer here,
and no problem.
The Threadripper, I didn't have an issue.
Yeah,
all my PC gameplay was with that.
Okay.
I mean, you could try for a 3080 if you can find one, but Best Buy has a 3070s in stock. So, and it's been a fine card. I don't have an issue with it. I've been using PNY forever. Never had a problem with them. It's still NVIDIA.
It's all right. I'll be able to actually be seeing certain individual tomorrow, so I'll be able to kind of get an idea. Then I'll message you, be like, "All right, this is what this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at with this stuff."
Yeah, take those. That's why I gave you the links for both places.
That's perfect because the best part is you can check all that stuff on the app now. So it's just like I can just shoot them over and just get this thing rocking, so I can know like, okay, this is the amount it's going to be. Great.
And you're still going to save money on Micro Center when you buy the board and the processor at the same time. It doesn't show you that on the website until you go there. And then they're like, oh, yeah, there's $30 off. That's $30 you could put towards another. Right. If you want to add an accessory to it or something. Or you just keep it in your pocket. One way or another. But those RAM prices, I was shocked.
So are you going to do DDR5 or 4?
It's good
I do
question.
not know yet.
The DDR4 RAM, the RAM I just bought,
Yeah.
3600. It's on sale for $87.99 at Best Buy right now. RGB. The ones that I think you bought it too.
Yeah, I got the same one. I don't remember how much I paid. I think it was over $100.
Paid like between 109 and 120.
Yeah, it was definitely over $100.
$87.99 per pack. I was like, holy shit.
That's nuts.
So look, the DDR5 RAM is also cheap too. It's $100 a pack.
Right. So I'd have to get 2 of them.
You had to get 2 of them, and it's a lot faster, but that's up to you.
Right. I cheaped out on the 4 because it was still expensive, but if you could get it for cheap, go with the 5.
I'm gonna, this is gonna be.
The 5 motherboard is like $140 more.
Oh, that was the other thing too. That's right.
Okay.
DDR5 motherboard's $369.
Holy fuck.
DDR4 motherboard's $229.
Yeah, that's another reason why I did go. You're right. Now it makes sense.
Oh man,
that's right. I forgot all about that.
Still, like even with that, you're like, man, you're still under a decent.
It's for your business, so you can write the taxes off, not write all the fucking parts off like people think a tax write-off means. A tax write-off doesn't mean the government gives it to you for free. A tax write-off is, hey, you paid a lot of money in taxes for this item.
Right.
So we're going to give you a break on some of the taxes.
Well, that's one thing I am doing this year is getting the LLC all official. So that's one thing that is happening this year. So
well, make sure you buy that on the credit card that or that bank account that it belongs to.
Right.
Because then all that stuff is going to be
the business expense.
Yeah.
Yes, and that doesn't mean you get it for free. That just means you get a break on the taxes.
Here's a free computer.
Because people say tax write-off as if you're getting it for free, which is not true at all.
No, it's a deduction. That's all it is. It's not like you get it for free.
I know that, but everyone assumes, ooh, you got it for your business. It's a great tax write-off. It's like the whole thing isn't written off. Just some of the taxes are.
Right.
So if you bought the 3070 for $500, $580, right? I don't even know how much the taxes would be. You're not getting the $580 for fucking free.
No.
You're getting some of those taxes shaved off. But you got to save all your receipts. You got to have everything ready because if you ever get audited, you're good. So sometimes put everything in a folder and leave it there.
Sometimes even depending on how much you make, it's not even going to affect it. It won't make a difference.
You have to make a certain amount of money to hit the ceiling.
Right.
But yeah, as long as you do that, you're covered. You file your tax returns, you'll be good to go. But I would recommend you do that. Get the bank account for that. Use that card to buy everything. Save all the receipts. And just be ready. That's it.
Getting a free computer.
Yeah, he got a computer for free. The whole thing. That's how it works. Get out of here with that. Anyway, I'm just sick of hearing people say that shit. Oh, it's a tax write-off. No, the whole thing's not written off, you moron. Hate that.
I wish it was.
We would be broke right now if that was, if that was the case. All right, so yeah, the computer's going to be good. So you have a Core i7 3770K.
Yeah. Which
was around 2013. Like, that's the time frame. And can I ask you, sir, how is this computer going?
Yeah, it's going great. I mean, all the stuff that I've been able to put out and produce was, because of the PC, obviously. The hard drive's been updated, the RAM's been updated, graphics card, stuff like that, traditional stuff you would get over the years to replace. But, I never really treated it bad. I kept it in good shape, and it served me well. And that's why, again, I'm kind of sticking with Intel and NVIDIA, and, obviously doing the different RAM and stuff that now I'm going to think about because there's more options now and stuff like that. But yeah, it still serves me well, and that's what I'm on. I mean, every time I'm on the show, I'm on the computer. Anytime I'm editing, it's all on here.
Right.
Streaming, it's all on here. So yeah, this was basically the hub for the last 10 years, and yeah, it's just time to get some new stuff.
All right, good. I'm glad. And by the way, you were gonna do this before the picnic because you had messaged me like, "I think this is the year." Then this whole
Right.
crap happened, and nobody was
Yeah.
doing nothing.
No, especially with the prices and
Prices
like you
shot
said,
all the way up.
the dumb stuff that was going on with the cards. So yeah, it was kind of like, all right, when the time's right, and then obviously like I the good thing is thankfully I wasn't having any like problems that were really making it to where I had to do it right then. So it was just one of those things that was talked about, and then now yeah, like you said, it just kind of led to this point. So that's where we're at.
Well, we'll get that done. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's cool that we got a list here and some ways to make it cheaper. So we'll work it out.
Oh, this guy again, Mr. Kennedy.
Oh no,
Mr. Kennedy. It's one of the worst characters ever made.
I like Salazar.
I don't know. You know what? I wish he was in Dino Crisis and the T Rex would just eat him.
It wouldn't even be like a snack for the T-Rex.
Yeah,
Like a piece of
Yeah, but I would
popcorn.
see him die in pain. So I think I don't know if it was Alchemist that told me this. That Salazar has a food allergy. If you throw eggs at him,
Yeah, is that true?
he's easier to beat if you throw the eggs at him.
I'll
Or
gotta look this up.
somebody just like rickroll me in the chat over the weekend.
I actually don't know. So I know there's a side mission where you can throw the egg at his painting.
It's true. I read it right here.
2 gold eggs.
That was me,
no,
Stevie Mac. Quinn
no
Grimm
way.
says, yeah, 2
He has
gold
an
eggs
egg allergy.
kill Salazar. Really?
What?
I had a golden egg. I sold it. I didn't use it to kill him. What if the intended Dino Crisis remake Capcom is given the rights to Jurassic Park? Oh man.
Yeah, that's when the tables turn. Yeah, then you
Jurassic
have
Park is too busy
Exoprimal.
making those crappy sim games.
I'll play Exoprimal though. I'll probably request a
That
copy
game
of
was
that from
really
them.
good. Dreadpool in the chat actually streamed it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll put in a request for a stream code, and maybe I can at least get it on the Thursday before it comes out. I'm not going to do like a review copy, but I'll check it out.
Well, it's on Game Pass, so we can join you at some point. Me and this guy. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
The graphics are crazy. The trailers make this game look like dog shit. The game, go to Dreadpool's channel, subscribe there, and check out the video. He's got several videos of him streaming it. The game looks fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just passed up all the beta stuff in the creators program, so I never really actually like gave it the time of day.
I didn't get a chance to download it. I was busy. I've been busy lately. That's why I haven't really been streaming, but I'll be back. I just been going to sleep early a lot lately because this game screwed me up. I was up for weeks, for 2 weeks at least. And people saw me. I was playing at 4:00 in the morning. Then I'm playing it offline to make sure that I'm getting the money and everything to get the rocket launcher. Because if I play it online, forget it. I'll be here all night. But yeah, check out Exoprimal. We thought that game would be dead on arrival, but like Dreadpool said, it's dead on arrival, but Game Pass will give it some sort of legs. But I think everyone should check it out.
Yeah, because it definitely will be crossplay, day
We
one.
don't buy it at full price, but hey, Game Pass is no longer $1, but guess what? Apparently, you could still do the 3-year conversion, but instead of $1, you're paying $15. So you could still do.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's still not bad because you're locking down 3 years of Ultimate. But get a 2-week trial or whatever. Usually, when you buy the controller, it gives you a trial or whatever. Check that game out.
But that's crazy about the Salazar egg thing. Okay.
It
That's
says,
like,
for anyone wondering, it says 1 egg does 70% damage. A
What?
golden egg,
Really?
golden egg, golden egg.
So there's a cheat in their own game.
but that's what I'm saying is that like they this is how people get this shit done to a T, because there's a lot of things that you can do to like make things easier, whether it's like shooting, things before you enter an area, shooting the back of the statue. These are all things Capcom put in the game on purpose for people to do. And then there's things that are like, like
I
door
just want
skipping and
quick
stuff.
money.
Yeah,
I
I
went to
know.
the chicken coop, by the way. That's where I got the golden egg.
Yeah, the RE5
Yep.
chicken coop. And but that means now if you because there's 2 gold eggs you can get. There's one there always, and then there's one where the side quest is to throw an egg at his painting. But there's a gold egg that you with that cube thing in the castle, you use that to get the gold egg. So that could be gold egg number 2 if you hold on to the other one. You just can't do the quest from the merchant. But if you just, hold on to that and bring it with you on like professional, that's going to help like tremendously, you know? So
It's
that's pretty
70%.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'd say just get the damn rocket launcher, but whatever. If you can find a golden egg, get the golden egg. Although they're worth like 10 grand. So I don't know if you want to throw it at him and do that, but it's a nice little trick in case you got no ammo. He's allergic to eggs. I can't believe that. It's such a dumb thing.
Mr. Kennedy.
He's the worst character and he's allergic to eggs. I like how Leon just shoots him. Like he's like, Mr. Kennedy goes, yeah, or whatever. And he just shoots him.
Yeah. He's like tired of his shit. Like that's why I like the way Leon reacted to this stuff. It's like he's just tired of it.
One gold egg takes 70% of his out. Jesus.
Yep, 70%.
It's crazy.
Well, who would have thought?
Give him food allergies, and even with the virus he's got in his body, he's still allergic to fucking eggs. Can't believe it.
It's no joke, I guess. Egg allergy, I don't know.
Now the Ouroboros food allergy is great.
That's the side effect of it.
So can we throw shit at Wesker and he'll fucking drop dead? I mean, how's this gonna work? My pro strategy for him was just the egg, 4 broken butterfly shots. So there you go. What I hate about Salazar is he's trying to kill you. And the minute you stab him, he goes, oh, you trying to kill me? Oh, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill. It's like, dude, you're trying to kill me from the get-go. Why are you shocked that I'm fighting back?
No one's ever stood up to him before.
Like, it's like breaking news to him that Leon decided to fight back for his life. And not just sit there and get killed.
I think we'll have,
he sucks balls. How about that?
Maybe Irving will be annoying in RE5. Maybe he'll be the next one.
If they're gonna cut anything, cut that shit out.
Yeah, cut him out.
The whole character is fucking lame.
Yeah, very forgettable.
Horrible character. It's like they started putting Final Fantasy characters in fucking Resident Evil 5 and 6. It's just stupid. I don't know, man. I'm ready for the next remake, so let's do this. Let's get it over with.
Let's do it.
I forgot that. I forgot about him. It says Quinn Grimm. Well, he didn't forget about you. I can't see that fight not being in the game because of the whole turrets thing. But then again, maybe they will change it. Because look, the 360 era, that was like new stuff, man. That turrets fight, that was like, wow, what game does all this?
There ain't getting past that truck unless you two do something about it. And it's like the dude like screaming. And it's just like, oh man.
You know
like
what I hate?
that. Oh, go ahead.
You know what I hate about this game? The cart music. It's like
the bongos.
I hope they don't. Yeah. I hope they don't do that with 5 in the driving scenes. Like,
the one thing I didn't like about 5 was the giant fight, but you're stuck on the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that.
I hated that because that on professional was annoying. Like they really should just axe that whole thing.
And they gave the giant a beard too.
Yeah, you have to play 2 full chapters strapped to that turret, and I'm just like, ugh. It didn't need to be this long. Like they could have just ended it after the chase sequence with the bikes.
Truck scene in RE5. The driver is the same actor for Dante May Cry and Devil. I'm sorry, the same actor for Dante and Devil May Cry.
Dante May Cry.
Can I ask you something too? In this remake, when the guy shows up with the helicopter, why does he have like 10 different accents?
I don't know. I really don't
He's
know.
got like a normal accent, then he's got like a hillbilly accent, then he's got like an old man accent, and I'm like, what the fuck? Did
He
have,
wasn't.
like, 5
He
people
wasn't like.
voice this guy?
They try to make him like, you know, from the South, but he didn't even have like.
I own the bar.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta take a piss. And it's like, all right.
And then he's like, hey, we want to clear those people out over there. And it's like, it doesn't even sound like the same guy. It sounds like 5 different people were in a microphone doing the same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that
he sounds like from Boston when he says, compliments a Hunnigan. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, so this guy's from Boston. Then he's got a Texas accent. Then he's got an old person's fucking voice. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Whoever the voice director of RE4 Remake was an absolute moron. I don't know. You gotta talk to them, man. Oh yeah. Which bat boss is the worst? 5 or 0? You know what? I never beat 0. I got so fucking sick of that game, I turned it off in 2002. So, breaking news. It's the only Resident Evil numbered game I haven't beaten. So, I'll take a remake of that and I'll beat that probably. What are you guys, broke? What's up?
What?
No, I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of things that with, like, you know, a lot of like the different sequences in 5 that have, you know, the streamlined aspect of 4 is what I liked about like how they kind of trimmed down certain areas, and I think that can also happen. Like, I don't like the Excella fight on the boat. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that like I feel like they should just like not. They should just do differently. Like the Excella thing can be switched up a bit. Excella was just also a shitty character, in my opinion.
Yeah, does she look like she doesn't have diarrhea in the next one?
Oh no. I mean,
the character model looks like shit in that game.
It didn't. They didn't really have.
And can we not sexualize Wesker, please?
I want Wesker shirtless in a volcano, please. Let's do this.
Well, that's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah. That's what everyone wants, you know. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think
they don't
they'll
do
a
that.
good job.
And they all get fucking mad on the internet. He didn't have his clothes on. This isn't a true remake.
Someone's gonna mod him totally naked.
Yeah, I mean the PC mods are already there. Oh my god, there's a video.
There's already naked Leon mods for the demo for this game.
Oh man, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
No, because
shirtless Leon with
on
glasses
Nexus
and
mods,
stuff.
it's next to the Shrek mod.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh, well, this is not really appropriate. You're putting Shrek next to naked Leon. And you can get floppy Leon or you can get erect Leon. Just to let you know, they have both of those. Right next to Shrek, because I had to witness that. So there's fucking crazy people out there doing this shit.
Oh my god.
I'm not kidding. Go to nexusmod.com.
I just need that body, but with Shrek's head. And I'll be all set.
Yo, they're missing out. They need Diddy and Donkey Kong for the minecart. Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
You're Diddy Kong with the gun shooting them, and Donkey's like, move the cart to the left.
Oh my god. Make a Donkey Kong Country remake in 4K.
Can we get like God of War, Kratos and Atreus, please? Start with these mods, man. What are they doing? Can't wait to see the Ashford twins in a remake. I can wait. The worst characters ever. Them and Salazar suck too. They have to make those characters serious. They can't be fucking nuts like they were in the original. They gotta make them creepy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Code Veronica does have a lot of potential with how long that game is. Like it could be just as long as RE4 remake with the exploration.
Cut it.
Can't do that.
Down. Give me RE3
Can't
remake style Code Veronica.
Can't do it.
They will do it.
Can't do it. People will complain, Perry. You can't do that.
No, do it. That game is great, but get a Dreamcast, people. Shut the fuck up.
I got Gamecast.
Alexia.
That's such a good movie.
I hate the scene where before the boss fight or whatever, it just shows like him so it's they merge into one person and they're fucking like talking to each other. Hey sister, it's like what the fuck? We went from being locked in a fucking house to this.
Yeah, it's very cheesy B-movie acting. Steve's voice actor is also terrible. It's just a bad time.
You're gonna get a Code Veronica remake. You're just not getting it right now. And by the way, now that they know everyone wants this game, this is why you guys gotta stop fucking petitioning this stuff. Now that they know you want it, they're gonna keep that in their back pocket. Because the minute these remakes stop making money, they're gonna go, here's Code Veronica, and everyone's gonna go by.
It'll refresh everybody.
You guys are playing into these companies. That's why you gotta stop telling them you want games. You just let it be what it is. You gotta stop telling Sony, hey, we're gonna give you $100 million for one game. You stop doing that, you'll get it sooner than you think. Once they see there's demand for it, they're going to hang on to that. Yeah, Code Veronica, all right. Everyone wants it. That's going to be the last one that we do. Because once it starts to fall off, I'm pulling that right out, and everyone's going to run like crazy and go get it.
That's what they did with 2 remake. It like saved their lives.
Well, they kind of had to do it because
7 kind of got them back on their feet, because they got like the first person horror kind of trend. They caught it. It started with Slender Man.
No, what was that game?
Amnesia.
Oh.
Outlast. Outlast was after Amnesia. That was after. There was Amnesia first, and there was all that stuff though did come out in that time. It was like between 2011 and 2014, 2015. And they saw that, and obviously Sony made the deal, and with the VR, and that's what we got. But I think that got them on their feet, even though the VR didn't sell very well. It didn't have to, for that to still be successful. So
they pulled Norman Bates with Alfred. Says Richard, ACR. Many think Code Veronica is the best story plot. Agree? No. What the fuck? Yeah, are people on some fucking crack, man? It had a good story, but it wasn't the best. There's a huge argument for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's I don't know. I also think too, like going back to the the Code Veronica thing. Like I think when they get to that being the real, a lot of people call that the real RE3. You know what I mean? It was like the full.
That's bullshit. Let me tell you something. And I told you this before.
Right.
Originally, that was going to be Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
But then they announced Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, some people diminish RE3 though. That's what I don't like.
When Code Veronica was ripped by the Echelon, the Dreamcast group, they labeled it as RE4 because that was the 4th game at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it is like a sequel. It's not just like, because it's not a spin-off like people think. Like it is an actual. It is like, it's not a numbered sequel, but it is a main event.
It's like Richard said, a side story, but it is part of the.
It's a side story,
franchise.
But it's still a significant part of the characters and what happens to them. You know what I mean? That's a big game. I mean, that's not just some like like a, I don't know, like something like a Survivor. That's what I was thinking of. It's not like a Survivor where it's like, all right, it's a couple hours. Like, damn, like they were like, yeah, this is a side story with a lot of meat on the bone and a lot of backtracking and you play as Chris, and they trade off. You know, it's a very weirdly paced game. I think they could definitely get away with trimming some stuff that's a little bit
the
more
ending was kind of
streamlined.
creepy too. She's like, "Oh, brother," it's like, what?
Yeah,
Which
the fight with
I'm kind of glad what they did in this game too. At the end, they actually like did the right thing, which is
yeah.
good. So
Yeah, I mean, they filled it in because by the time you see 6, you're just like, what happened? You know what I mean? You're just like, what happened? There's like a disconnect between one of those characters, and you're just like, they didn't really connect it like you thought they were going to, and like you said, they're gonna circle back around to that after they do the number stuff that they want. So it will happen. I know it's a lot of people's
gonna
favorite. I
happen.
know over the years it's become more of a cult,
And you know what?
following.
Even if it happens next gen, you're gonna get a better game.
Right. Like it's sold okay on Dreamcast, but like you have to understand, like compared to RE4 sales, like they were doing RE4 first. They weren't going to do Code Veronica after 3, like a lot of people wanted them to. It's like no, they're going to do it. I mean, they even said they didn't want to do it at first. So maybe if they went down a different path of not
but now
wanting
that
to
they
do
know
it,
people want it and they're gonna make money
yeah,
off
it
of it.
sells 3 million in 2
And
days. Yeah, you
and
bet your
listen,
ass they're
the
going to
longer they
be
wait, the
happy.
more money they're gonna make because it's gonna be like RE2 remake. They waited 20 years to give us that game, and they made a shit ton of money.
And I understand people like even AAA Gamer says Code Veronica is the true RE3. I see what you're saying there, but like at the same time, I don't think RE3 should be diminished to like not even happening because it still wraps around. Like I understand they renamed it. Like we're pretty familiar with the history at this point, but I think there's a lot of people that still like the like the trilogy.
We didn't even know RE3 was coming out back in the day.
Right.
I found on a Yahoo auction site the Japanese version, and I was like, "There's a third game."
Biohazard.
It already came out in Japan, and I got it, and I beat it, and then it came out here in November of the same year. I got it in September, and I beat it, and then it came out in November in America, and I was like, "How do we not hear of this fucking game?" Like, I know it's hard for people on the internet right now to realize that, but we had no clue 3 was even coming out. Nobody covered this game before it came out. We thought Code Veronica was the next game. And
yeah,
then 3,
I mean, it
was like the Manhattan Project, Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project. Turtles in Time 4 was out already on Super Nintendo. All of a sudden, fucking 3 Manhattan Project came out on Nintendo. And we're like, wait a minute. There's a fucking third game? It's like the same shit. It's kind of weird how that worked out. But nobody knew. I went to Toys R Us one day and they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Manhattan Project, which just got online, by the way, on Cowabunga Collection this week. Went there, got it. Trainwreck is here. I didn't even see him. What's up, man?
What's up?
And
What's up?
yeah, nobody even knew about RE3. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I say this stuff on your show and people are like, oh, he's lying, I'm not lying because you weren't there, number one. Number two, I was there. We didn't know about this stuff. We thought it was 1, 2, and then Code Veronica we knew was coming out on Dreamcast, but it wasn't called 3. And then after we realized that 3 was coming out, I was like, okay, I guess Code Veronica is really 4. But then they announced Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I mean, Code Veronica came out, I think, March of 2000.
And I'm
so
like,
it literally was
shouldn't
only a few
RE4
months
be called
later.
RE5? I mean, what's the deal here? But
yeah, it's all good. I mean, I think there's like I said, it'll happen eventually, and I still like RE3. I think it should be RE3. I do think it's a pretty well definitive ending, and yeah, Code Veronica was the sequel to the wrap up that 3 left off. So
a train wreck, aka very beautiful. It must have been shocking to find that 3 in that way. Yeah, I had no idea. I went on Yahoo Auctions. They had eBay and Yahoo Auctions. Yahoo Auctions was the competitor to eBay. And they actually closed down a long time ago. They didn't last that long. I remember I sold a PlayStation 1 with a bunch of games and a mod chip. And the guy is trying to tell me, or I didn't get it. It said it was delivered, but it wasn't outside. It's like, come on, man. There's people trying to fucking rob you back
So
then.
what happened? Did you like just
It's
ignore
like,
him or what?
I would like my money back. Well, I ignore him. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, forget that.
I had the tracking and everything. It said it was delivered. That's his fucking problem. RWK with a $4.99 super chat. Good night, dudes. Really enjoyed seeing you all. Look forward to the new Star Wars. That's right. I have that
So
pre-order.
are we. A couple more weeks.
It's only current gen, baby. No last gen bullshit.
It's 150 gigs. So get ready, boys.
It looks good. We saw a video of that on Twitter. 60 FPS, 4K. Nice. Thank you again for the super chat, though, RWK.
Thank you.
I got your steelbook tracking. Check your deal out, your email out, and you're good to go. Code Veronica grew on me, said Rich, I used to hate it, but now it's one of my favorites in the series. It is a good game. It's just some of the characters
it grew on me for sure. I'm not good at it. It takes me a while to beat it, so I'm trying to get better at it. I've streamed it more through the years.
Like you said, it's a long game.
Yeah, when I did my first Let's Play on it, I wasn't really fond of it. I wasn't too familiar with it. But then, you stream it, you play it, 10 years go by, and, you change opinions on stuff. And especially when you play it, and I was playing it on the 360 as well. Or that, that version.
It's your wife in the chat room, Anthony.
On there. Yeah.
Your girlfriend's at home and your wife's in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. Don't feed RWK's mindset here.
It's just fantasy.
Yeah. What's up?
It's fantasy to see Anthony with two women.
Yeah, that's...
He's got a fascination with Anthony's love life, this guy.
Yeah, RWK is all about the details.
Steven Max says that's for sure.
He's about the dual weapons. The dual weapons in Code Veronica was awesome. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I like about the different the different layers of the weapons and stuff, and even the environments in Code Veronica would be awesome in the RE engine. You know what I mean? So that's the thing too. Like, there's a lot of people that want to see that done, and it will happen. It will definitely happen. But give us 5 and at least 1 remake before that happens. Like Perry said, that 30th anniversary.
Hey, they might go all out. You never know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I think there's that RE1 redone in the RE engine, that's gonna be fucking killer, man.
Hey, man, I hope they do that, but like you said, it looks like 5 is next. Unless 5 is ready to go and they're gonna release that after 9.
Yeah, well, like I said, it'll
take them a year to do 1 again.
They'll just circle back around,
I don't know. I hope I live to see that. That's for sure. Code Veronica, it's a great locations and monsters.
Oh, that's what that means? I thought everyone was talking about CVS. I was like, man, I never seen any monsters at CVS, but...
Resident Evil CVS.
Not yet.
Hey, it is a pharmacy, so there you go.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows?
No. Well, I think... all right, that's RWK being RWK.
We love you, RWK. What would we do without you? I don't know. Oh, fuck. What were we talking about? Code Veronica? All right, we can... Whatever we're talking about before Code Veronica.
Shall we
I waited 20 years for RE2 remake. You can wait 20 years for Code Veronica remake.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in 7 more years. Code Veronica will be 30. So
use a ridiculously long receipts at CVS weapon is. Sure, that's very true. Complete remake of the first game. I think I should be even more expanded than the original remake, like heavily. I would love that. I would open that out. I would open that up with the Bravo team. And then I would do 0 as DLC. Because you open up with the Bravo team, they go wherever they go, and then it cuts to Alpha team showing up. But the DLC is after you cut from Bravo team, that's the DLC.
Then you knock out 2 games in one shot.
Knock out 2 games in one. It's one big package. It's like the Origins
you honor
collection.
0. Yeah.
Or you could just make it one big fucking game, which I wouldn't do, but I would totally do that. Make that DLC for one remake, and it's just one big fucking 30th anniversary package.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. You can actually charge $100 for that.
Yeah, I mean that would be like a whole.
Get away with it.
You get away. Yeah, that's the time to do it. Especially because.
I'm not saying I want to pay 100, but you could do it and get away with it because
yeah,
hey,
I mean,
get away with everything now. So,
dude, the whole thing is like 0 and the mechanics of that. Like, there's one thing that will never grow on me. Code Veronica might. 0. Man,
I can't.
Like that dropping that shit on the floor and like
the remake is 0 too. The buttons are all screwed up on that game.
The cutscenes also look like shit in that port as well. I don't know what they wiped their ass with it. It's like
they just took the GameCube cutscenes and they fucking put them in the new one.
Yeah, the opera singing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck that guy.
You don't like.
What's with these like Latin lover guys like? Dressed like the Quaker oatmeal guy with fucking leeches and shit. Like, what is
puffy shirts?
What is this? George Washington times? Like, what the hell's going on?
They gotta have that puffy shirt with
1998, and this guy's dressing like fucking Abraham Lincoln shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Get out of here with that. With the little scarf coming out of his neck. Come on.
Yeah. The ruffles.
That's what Capcom is fucking stupid with these characters, man. That's why, like, Luis in this game, he's modernized. He's an actual dude. Dressed like an actual dude in the current timeline. In the regular RE4, he's dressed like a fucking weirdo.
Like pirate shirts.
Yeah, he's got I like the pirate theme stuff too in the shooting like range, Like that's such a cool thing.
The music in that shooting range. Amazing.
Rebecca and Billy. Okay. I want to say this. Billy would not be friends with Chris, Leon, or any other character in the franchise. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, because I've seen that in your chat room before.
Yeah,
hey, maybe this guy will be friends with Billy. It's like, no. Billy doesn't want to be friends with nobody.
Well, what about Ark Thompson? Okay, this is...
Fuck Ark Thompson. He ain't friends with Leon. That's bullshit. He couldn't remember his own name. You think he remembers who he's friends with?
You think Leon remembers Ark Thompson after,
Leon don't remember
after all this shit? He doesn't remember anything. Ark
Thompson ain't shit. The guy doesn't even know what the hell is going on. He didn't train with Leon. Get out of there. It's BS. I'll never forget the cutscene in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. My head is killing me.
But they had like the worst voice actor for that guy.
Like, it sounds like everything in that game sounded like it was recorded in a bathroom, like an echo chamber, like a torture dungeon. Like they just left him down there and made him record the lines. Like it just sounds horrible.
He's like, because of my friend, and they didn't know who they were, and they recorded it.
Yeah. He was like, because of my friend Leon S. Kennedy. It's like, bitch, he wasn't friends with you.
He's dumber than Leon.
Yeah. You're telling me this dude's gonna survive this? Like,
there's a shooting range bonus. You hear the music opening cutscene, banging in the game, beginning of the game. Banging, beginning. I don't know what the hell he's writing.
That's what
he's a convict. Salazar looks like Thomas Jefferson. He was 12.
He does.
His Wesker era, Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Perry's Wesker mode, Natalie.
No, I've had these glasses before Anthony was born. So
I was gonna say, yeah, it's part of the.
I've been on YouTube for 20 years with these shades.
Hell yeah! And we met through YouTube, which is also the craziest thing. So
we all met through YouTube.
We all met through this whole YouTube thing. It's great.
Except for Frank, I knew him forever.
Yeah,
obviously.
I think Dixie Cups are still record. That's true. Bruce
Dixie
McGurven
Cups
is better. Ooh.
So Bruce,
he's friends with Leon. He sent them there to die.
Oh no. So Bruce was the dude you played in Dead Aim, which is technically Gun Survivor 2. And the models in that game are bad, and also the mixing in that game. If you hear the cutscenes, the music is louder than the voices. Like the music is like
I hate
compressed,
that.
and it just sounds like they're underwater. I don't know what it is about the Gun Survivor games. Like it just sounds like they're just so messed up. You know?
Listen. You know what this means, right? Sega needs to make a Deep Fear remake now.
A solution. That's my favorite line from that whole thing when they eat. Like he's talking about he's talking to him about the lab stuff, and he's saying, "Look, this is what we're working on. This could reverse this." And then the main character's just like, "A solution," and just the way he looks into the camera, that needs to be remade. That game is it's a Resident Evil clone, but it's actually funny, and they can actually make it awesome now. But I don't know if that's going to be one that's people are going to be remembering that because that's such a hard game to track down. But it's still in that history of the RE clone era.
Did I sell you that game?
What's that?
Did I sell you Deep Fear?
No, I don't own Deep Fear. I only ever saw that game on a Let's Play that someone did.
Okay, I might I don't know if I still have. I must have it then. If I didn't sell it to you.
Yeah, no, I've never.
All right, maybe one of these
days. I've never even seen. Maybe I've already seen a copy of that thing.
All right, maybe one of these days I'll hook you up with a copy.
Oh yeah,
because I don't fucking need them anymore. I just sold my Gears of War steelbooks to this guy, so we're good.
Oh yeah, the was it Gears 4 and 5 had one?
I gave him Gears 5 steelbook, which was sealed. He paid for it though. And I gave him Gears 1 steelbook, which was not sealed, obviously. But I just had them. I'm not using them, so I don't care. Ark was my friend Leon wanted to get rid of. Face reveal. My friend from the Game Complainers on YouTube. Well, there you go. Ada is hot. Deep Fear is a Japanese Saturn game. Yes. It's a good game, too.
Yeah, it's really good. It came out in 97, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Because RE was 96, unless they put that thing out in 96 as well.
It might have been 97, 98, something like that. I would be down for a full remake of Survivor and Dead Aim. I don't think you're getting those, but
no, I think you'll get one of Outbreak before you get one of those. It came out in 98. It came out in Japan July 16th, 98.
That's on Cold Fear. It's a fucking awesome game. I streamed it.
So 2 years after Resident Evil, Deep Fear came out. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cold Fear is also awesome, and I also streamed it. But Deep Fear is really good, and I streamed it.
Harry threw that on the Xbox, so I definitely will be checking that out on the channel one of these days. Cold Fear.
Yeah, Cold Fear is really good.
Which plays like RE4 apparently, but people said it's really good.
Depending on who owns that, I know Ubisoft published it, but I don't know if they developed it. Somebody should bring that game back. Remake that one.
I mean, dude, the survival horror boom is happening.
That's what I'm saying. You got to jump on all this.
Who did this?
Investigate the island, please.
Darkworks. And Darkworks has been defunct since 2011. They did that game.
Someone has to scoop up that IP then.
So this is what they did after Cold Fear. They did Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, which was a good game. But then they did this game, I Am Alive, and I think that killed them.
Yeah.
That killed them.
Yeah, that game sucked.
Because they had a game that they planned coming out after that, but it got canceled. So.
Well, yeah, because they couldn't hold the money. Zombies Ate My Neighbor's remake. Maybe.
The remake?
I don't think they'll remake it, but you never know. So this Ada thing, everyone's screaming about this lady. They're threatening her. Why? Who cares?
Are you talking about the voice actress? Yeah. I mean, look, her performance isn't good, but it doesn't mean you have to go and message the person. You know
Why
what I mean?
do people fucking care so much? You realize when we're all dead in 100 years, they're going to remake this game like 10 more times. Are you gonna fucking haunt the people that voiced them back then?
Yeah, it's like
you
dude,
don't
like
sound like the guy from '98.
it's like
It's
here's the thing.
3059. Like,
yeah, it's like, dude, at the end of the day,
haunting them.
At the end of the
leave these
day,
people
like
alone,
you
man.
know, yeah, leave them alone. Like you should just play the game. If you don't like certain things, that's fine.
You don't
Just
like the
go on about
fucking
your day.
game? Turn it off. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
sure she doesn't like you fucking idiots going online threatening her.
And the thing is, too, it's like it's so minimal. You know, like her voice is there, but it's not like she's in the game that much, and
It's
it
the
doesn't
company's
affect.
decision.
It doesn't affect the rest of the game. Like it's not like it's not so distracting. You know what I mean? Like
I didn't even
obviously,
notice it until people mentioned it. I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever.
like I said, like you can put the Ada voice actress and even the Krauser. Like no one's going after Krauser. You know what I mean?
He sounds like a fucking 5-year-old kid that doesn't know how to talk.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why are people just
Wookiee.
focusing on Ada when they're? I mean, they're probably.
We were in the jungle, Wookiee. It sounds like a
Yeah,
little
2
fucking
years
kid.
ago,
It sounds like
Perry.
a little kid trying to put on like a Rambo
Yeah.
voice. You
2
don't see me
years
going
ago.
on Twitter. You fucking asshole! You ruined the whole game for me. Fuck you. You don't see me doing that because who cares? It's a stupid.
It doesn't matter. It's just like you just play the game and have fun. You're gonna play the game like 10 times over anyway. So
If
stop
a voice
whining.
really bothers you, you have mental problems. I'm sorry. Now, if a voice is annoying, I get it, but you don't go harass people over it.
Yeah,
You
if the
just say,
performance is not good,
okay,
you just
I'm
have an
gonna mute
opinion
the
and
TV
say,
right
all right.
now,
Yeah.
or skip the cutscene.
I wanted to throw Ashley through a window on professional mode, but you don't see me going to the voice actress saying,
What I hate
"Motherfucker."
about that, okay, listen, Capcom, you know they recorded several voices of her screaming. All they did was loop the one voice.
Yeah.
If they had different screams or whatever, okay, fine. But it's the same scream over and over again. It's
Just like in
annoying.
the original, which
But I'm
is
not
weird.
gonna
You
go
would think
harass
they
the
would
actress.
change that.
That was the director's fucking
right.
call.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like it was like that in the original, so you would
don't
think
go
that would
to
have
a
been the
Mel
one thing they
Gibson
changed.
movie and be like, "You motherfucker, you lied and you said you killed 85 people in that fucking movie I just saw. You really didn't kill them. How dare you?" It's like, what do you want this guy to do? It's a movie. Who cares?
Yeah,
you don't know how many takes the person took either. That they might have just picked a bad take. It's not her fault, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like it just seems like whoever decided to go with those takes, or if that they just it was a bad judgment call.
I would stream the Max Payne remake. Love the gameplay. Thank you. I recorded this last night. Go ahead.
Yeah, the gameplay's dope. Yeah, that's the thing too. I also like the fact that they're expanding the character. So like that's the one thing that I like about it. Even if there's just not, I don't know, like it doesn't matter because separate ways can come out and then boom, like it could be completely fine. It's not even like her story isn't even like done. She's just peppered into the main story like she was in the original.
I say fuck these people for being stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean I agree.
You know what
There's
it is?
no,
it's a bunch of these
no
guys that
excuse
can't
for it.
get laid, and they get fucking mad, and they get mad, and that's all they do. They complain about every little thing like that.
Right. Yeah, because if you have that low of a life to have to
I'm
actually
gonna
stalk
threaten
their
this
social
lady, and
media,
hopefully she notices
yeah,
me.
I'm gonna make her deactivate the Instagram. Well, I hope you feel fucking happy because it doesn't matter.
They
Like
did this
you know
with
what I mean?
Star
Like
Wars. Remember they were threatening that lady?
People always do this. Like,
The
why is that the go-to
trilogy
reaction?
cast? They want nothing to do with Star Wars. None of them, because of all this shit. Look, it's not their fucking fault that they didn't know what they were doing over there. They were just
didn't write the
actors
film.
putting this a movie. Hey, if they said to all three of us, "You want to be in a Star Wars movie?" Yes. It's not a question.
And get money too on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get to the movie, and the movie's shit. It has nothing to do with you. It's the way that the director and the writers and all these idiots who were involved. That's what happens. Too many cooks in the kitchen. The movie sucks.
You can only do what you can with what you have to
I'm
work
still going
with.
to be in Star Wars because it's Star Wars. Did you see Mandalorian?
No, I'm gonna hopefully
Oh
watch
my
it tomorrow or
God.
Friday. I heard there was some guests or something. I gotta see it. I'm excited.
No, it was good, but it kind of strays away from what they're really doing.
Okay.
But there's a fucking there's a woman pirate, and she's like a fucking an octopus, and her teeth are like stuck together and like It's like
Oh,
it's like
what
buck teeth, and the guy looks like who's the guy? It's a trap, the fish guy.
Admiral Akbar.
This guy looks like a bootleg Akbar, and he's like, "But I love you." It's just like, "But you need to go."
Oh no, there's a romance between them on calamari.
No, it's just the beginning.
Oh, okay.
She has to like have this guy arrested.
Okay.
The guy saying he wants to stay here because he loves her.
They've been going kind of nuts with these aliens, like the dog people, and like the that guy who looked like Esherum, that with like the algae.
Oh yeah.
Like they're going kind of crazy with these aliens now, but
Well,
I gotta watch that.
at least it's not as bad. Remember the first episode? They had that Star Trek guy on there. It was like, this guy belongs on Star Trek, not Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah,
I remember you guys talking about
That neurotic fish guy.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like Jason Alexander, but a fish.
And they're putting Star Wars guys in Star Trek now. Like it's
They
so
are?
weird. They're just not totally,
literally, but yeah.
because of the way that the CG is, they're just doing crazy stuff now. So, but yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta watch both of those tomorrow.
Yeah, that was you gotta watch.
I'm not gonna be able to
It was a
watch
decent
without
episode, but
laughing.
just that beginning was funny. Mandalorian's going in like different. I still like it. I don't care where it goes, really.
I've liked every episode. There was a little bit of a filler episode, but besides that,
Yeah, with the
it wasn't
doctor.
too bad. Yeah, that was the only one that wasn't great.
Nah, this episode's fine. It's just that one opening.
I gotta try to watch it tomorrow.
They kind of broke a loophole too in this one. You'll find out. Which is like what?
I guess I'll-
like that wasn't what you said the other time, but now all of a sudden there's a broken loophole. Great.
Uh-oh.
It was kind of like a fucking cheesy way to get out of something.
Well, a lot of stuff they're trying to shoehorn in to make the rest of them make sense. So they're just trying to.
Yeah, but this isn't really. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. We'll
Yeah, I'll
talk
see.
about it when you're done watching it.
All right.
It's on Capcom, the voice directing team. We're not getting a better performer. The lady is just doing her job exactly. R4 is also getting a review bomb because they've cut content. Oh, fuck these people. Liquor, half these people weren't even born when this game came out, the original, and they're fucking bitching about it.
And never look at the user scores.
Sure. Welcome to Raccoon City to find enough job roasting itself just by existing. There you go.
Yeah.
Imagine life-threatening voice actors over a video game. Talking about movies roast. Welcome to Raccoon City. I didn't even watch that. Thunder's Productions. What's up, man? How you doing? People hating on voice actors in the remake are wasting time. In 20 years, we'll see a better remake. Well, there you go. Can you imagine what they're going to do to Sheva's voice actor? Or actress? Imagine.
I'm trying to think of.
I like how you guys get on this lady, but you don't get on fucking the lion. Okay, Leon. Okay.
And what about Wheat Thin? That other stupid guy.
Oh
that was
yeah, fucking
Yes.
what's that guy?
That's the guy who I forget his name, but he also voiced
Magneto. No, what's Magneto's name? What's his name? Heinsberg. Heinsberg.
Oh,
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
No, hang on, Wheaton.
Wheatons.
Maybe you can help me beat Mother Miranda. Then we can beat each other off. Wheaton, I like you, Wheaton.
The fish guy sucked too. Mommy will be mad at me. Like those guys all suck.
God damn. And they're worried about this game.
Yeah.
The guy's throwing up. He's like, no, you can't tell on me.
Mommy will be mad at me.
I still don't understand. The fucking baby was chopped up in a bunch of jars. I don't know, man. That game's fucking stupid. I hope everyone's having a good. We're good.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. This is we still have a crazy topic to go over as well.
E3 is only the cut enemy. I'm happy with the game. Don't worry, he'll be back. Can't blame the voice actors for the material they have to work with. I'm the best. Nathan.
think he was supposed to be Toad.
Let's fall through the mold, Ethan. Wheaton.
Wheat thins. Wheat thins.
I could be doing that voice and monetizing the shit out of those videos.
Wheat thins.
If I put the phone filter over my voice doing the impression of Heinsberg, that would totally sound like that fucker on the phone.
Stupid.
You don't get mad at the Lion, right? And then he replaces Chris Redfield because they got lazy.
Ugh.
It's the worst.
Those is good, but some of the characters are stupid as fuck. Yeah, well, that's Resident Evil.
The writing was all over the place.
I'd get mad at the characters, not the actors. Shit.
Yeah, also be mad at Capcom for being lazy for recasting these people. That's Capcom's choice.
Yeah, what happened with the guy that used to play Chris? They just got rid of him.
Well, they got rid of it because they went non-union. That's why. After Resident Evil 6, it was over.
Let me tell you something, okay? If this fucking Lion King guy, or not Lion King, the Lion from Wizard of Oz voices Chris in RE5 remake, I'm gonna get pissed off. So you better rethink that fucking casting, okay? I know that guy goes in the chat room and shit.
Right.
But no offense, man, you ain't Chris Redfield.
I had him on the show. But I had him on the show before when he was only Carlos. That was before we knew about Village.
But that's who he is. He's Carlos. And that's
I agree.
Fine. He ain't Chris Redfield. Now, am I going to go to his fucking thing and curse him out and everything? No.
He was also the dude next to you in, in Callisto, like your buddy who's in the ship. That's Jeff Shine as well.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't sound like a lion in that role, so I don't know what I don't know what happened.
He sounds like the Lion from Wizard of Oz.
But you
should tell him that. Be like, listen, man, if you do Chris again, he can't sound like the Lion from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I'll give him notes.
Okay, Anthony, I hear you, Anthony.
Let me at him.
Put him up.
God damn.
Oh, man.
Well, you know what? He's got a job if they ever remake Wizard of Oz. He'd be like the #1 guy. He'll make $1 million fucking dollars.
Yeah, man. You're not wrong.
He's good to go, but he ain't good to go as Chris Redfield, that's for sure. But if he is, he is. What can I do? I'm not going to type on Twitter, "Oh, you motherfucker." It is what it is at that point. I'm stuck with it. So
yeah, we missed the whole more and more.
Just enjoy the game, everybody. Stop being stupid, okay?
What I was gonna say. I'm just happy to be playing the game.
You harassing this lady online is the reason why you're not getting laid to begin with. So maybe you got to check yourself, huh?
Check yourself.
For real. There's a you problem, not a her problem. That's for sure. It's a game. Who cares? Reeton, I need you to continue the Redfield bloodline, Reeton. Maybe Paul Heyman can manage you to the ring. Fuck him.
Fucking Paul Heyman. Fuck yeah. That's what we need. That's what that game needed. Is some Paul Heyman.
He would have been a voice actor than fucking half the people that voice people now.
Yeah, he would have brought the sauce for sure. He wouldn't have fucked around, But anyway.
All right.
My God.
It's time to move on. What's the next topic?
Speaking of Ark Thompson, Ark 2 has been delayed to 2024, which sucks.
Did they put up a "we're sorry" thing?
I don't know if they did. I don't think they really did. They just, I think Wario.
I think they just flat out said, "Hey, we had to delay it."
Yeah.
I don't think they had the we have something to tell you bullshit.
No, because
very sorry.
Can we fucking stop acting like you care about us? You obviously don't, because you're gonna release the game broken anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Yeah, this shit's gonna need a patch anyway after that shit comes out. Like the tradition.
The first game I put 1 billion hours into. I love the game. It's very janky. It doesn't run right, so they are remaking it in Unreal Engine 5. That's coming out in August. So you're gonna get the first game. They have Microsoft's money now. It's going to be on Game Pass, so they're going to do it properly. People are upset about this because it's you have to pay for this, but dude, the other game is like really rough. So I'm happy they're doing this. So it'll all be on Game Pass. This is all going to be on Game Pass anyway. So if anybody wants to check it out, it'll be out in August, the first one, and then the second one will be 2024. So just keep your eyes out for that. If you're
Actually,
interested.
you're making Survivor.
No.
Survivor.
No,
Ark.
Ark 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
He was making fun of Ark Thompson. See what you did?
I was making a joke.
You confused everybody now.
Sorry, Ark, the dinosaur game that's been around for like a billion years. I'm a big fan of that game, but yeah. So there you go. Sorry to confuse everybody. We mentioned this before, but Western Digital is making the storage cards for.
What the fuck is that?
Just Google it. Ark Survival Evolved. That's what it's
Ark
called.
Thompson Survival 2.
Just go work with your buddy Rich, putting out fake shit out there.
Hey, they're remaking it in Unreal Engine 5. The other games aren't
Ark.
Yeah, we mentioned it before.
You know,
but
he had the balls to lump in Halo Infinite with The Last of Us 2 being broken. He's like, these games are broken at launch. Just look at Halo Infinite. I was like, Halo Infinite wasn't broken at launch, you moron. Just didn't have any more content.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah,
ran out of
multiplayer
content.
launched before the full game, and it still was fine.
He doesn't know
it
what
was
he's
just
talking
like
about that guy.
Just says stuff.
we were there day one when that thing launched, man. We were excited.
Yeah, it was great for the first month. And they were like, all right, can we get maps? They're like, yeah, everything's coming.
Gunplay,
And
shooting
was
solid, movement solid, content lacking. That's all.
That's all it was. And if they make more content, we'll be back.
About that.
But until
yeah,
then,
I was gonna say, like, it's always an install away. You know what I mean? We even bought the steelbooks and shit when it was like $10.
All right, go ahead.
Microsoft announced they're making a remix controller using recycled materials. It's pretty cool.
That.
Yeah, everyone should check that out. It's a little expensive, but it comes with the rechargeable battery pack, and it's pretty cool.
I know if it's gonna last because it's. That's the one comment I saw, and I was like, I'm not gonna read these comments.
Oh, like the controller's gonna fall apart?
Yeah, like it was on. You know how like they posted.
Well, guess
in the
what?
YouTube
if it
community?
fucking does, send it back to Amazon, you pussy.
Yeah,
I'm so sick of these people being so dumb.
It was on their Xbox, like, you know, the community tab on YouTube. It was on their like post.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But if PlayStation makes one, it's God. And let me tell you something, motherfucker. Okay, you hear this?
It's not.
Okay, right here where the buttons are, right in the middle, there's a squeak.
Oh.
I'm not even hitting the buttons. I'm hitting the middle of it. My other controllers aren't like that. My other DualSense 5s, but this one happens to have that squeak. So, fuck off.
All controllers fall apart.
Shit.
It's not going to just disintegrate.
And your fucking Switch controllers are fucking got Joy-Con drift. So, I don't want to hear it. They're all fucking plastic. They're all going to break.
Just because it's recycled doesn't mean it's like garbage. Like
they're probably just lying to get a fucking tax break.
They are, because they said it's like 30% recycled material.
When I update Windows, it's like, oh, Windows Update supports carbon emissions. How the fuck does that support carbon emissions? It's a fucking update. It's a file.
Because that's how they save money on taxes.
Yes, I know that. They just write whatever on there.
Yeah, it's they do the minimum amount of stuff to get money back. So
I know that,
don't worry
and we all know that. But here's the thing: the internet doesn't realize that.
No, of course not.
A lot of people are stupid out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true.
But I got the controller. If it fucking falls apart, I'll send it right back to Amazon. Problem solved.
Like, they think it's like a piece of paper. Like you're gonna touch it. Like, oh, it fell apart in my hands.
It just folds in. Like,
yeah, it's like paper mache.
Sorry, after 24 hours, this controller has melted. Like, come on.
That's not how it works.
Give me a
break. I don't think people realize that.
They're not going to sell you a fucking watered down controller.
Toilet paper is recycled material?
Oh,
shocking, right?
I'm drinking soda out of a recycled bottle. No! No!
Oh, that's right. You are. You know, it's going to fall apart and collapse on the store shelves. People need to get with it, man. Everyone's stupid. Go ahead.
Last week we talked about the Diablo 4 bundle, and it was a letdown. We were right.
I called that. I said it was just
Yeah.
going to be a system with the game, and guess what?
It's just a system with the game, so it's just a regular uh Series X. They totally missed the boat on that one, but what can you do?
Well, they don't own it yet.
No,
and even after they own it, they're still not going to make one.
No, they don't care.
There's a rumor that they're doing a Starfield console. It's going to be all white with the
that
branding
would be
all over
nice.
it.
It won't just be the normal color with the game included.
It might, but if they do make that Starfield edition, I'm buying that.
They, if they're gonna do it for one game, man, just do it for Starfield.
The controller
man.
got leaked. The controller looks really nice.
Yeah, that looks like a spacesuit or whatever. I kind of like that.
Beautiful.
So we'll see what happens with that. But
imagine if this game fucking sucks after we wait all these years.
Starfield?
Yeah, imagine.
I hope
it's
not.
happened before. I've seen it happen.
We're gonna find out where we're at for 1 month.
Well, that's a horrible gauge of what's good and bad. Well, we'll see. Everybody's praising that game, and
can we get vampires that look like vampires and not fucking like Nightmare Before Christmas people, like or Sea of Thieves vampires? Like, I'm sick of this stuff.
There's Sea of Thieves vampires.
Let's get the curly nose going, the Corella nose, coffee rolls.
I don't know what they're doing with that. Pokemon Stadium's finally coming to Switch Online. We heard about this months ago, April 12th. So finally it's happening. They still didn't put the Game Boy games out yet, which is a big part of this game, so it's kind of a letdown, but we'll see what happens. Maybe over the summer when they do their showcase, they'll announce some more Game Boy games. We'll see.
We got Legacy of Kain, like Vampire. That'd
be amazing.
That would be really cool if they did that.
I love the Blood Omen series. The last one that came out was Defiance in 2005.
Well, he wants to know if we can get a vampire that looks like that guy.
Oh.
That would be nice, but these companies want to make these shitty artwork.
Yeah, like I would just like to see games go back to that art style altogether, where it was very, rich in detail and stuff like that. And yeah, that's another series that needs to come back. But
I think it's coming back because they did a survey, and I think that got the overwhelming positive vote. So
it's been long enough, man.
Yeah, I think you might get a remake. Now that these remakes are selling like crazy, that's going to open a door for more of them. Dead Space remake hit it out of the park. Resident Evil remake hit it out of the park.
Yeah,
and they're going to do it because they know people want it, and it's going to make money, and it buys them time to get through this gen.
Exactly.
Come up with other IPs. So
it's got to be easier to make a remake than it is to start from scratch.
Well, yeah, because you have a base story, you have the base characters. Like, all you got to do is just, modernize it a little bit, and you're good.
Right.
Dead Space fucking nailed it, man. That was fantastic. And then Resident Evil picked it up. They're outperforming the newer games. You do realize that. Callisto Protocol got fucking slammed by Dead Space. And Resident Evil's doing great. What's out now besides Resident Evil?
Nothing much until Star Wars at the end of the month.
Didn't something else just come out recently?
MLB The Show. Let me see. I can tell you right now. Let's go to March. The end of March. Let's see what came out. No, Resident Evil 4, and then that was it.
Forget about it.
Nothing else really came out.
Suicide Squad, kill it. Yeah, fuck that game.
Oh, that's
going to create a new franchise. I guarantee you, Suicide Squad's gonna get canceled.
Yeah,
they're delaying it for what? They're not going to remake the game.
It might get canceled.
They're gonna cancel that shit. I guarantee
you. That Crime Boss game came out, but it's only on Epic and it's not cracked. It's just like out only on PC.
What Crime Boss? The one with the Danny Glover?
With all the
that came out already. I thought that was coming out in the summer.
It only came out on Epic Store.
Well, it's coming to
Or whatever.
Xbox because it was at the Xbox event.
Yeah, it is. Let me see if it tells me right here. Because it's coming out later on the systems.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's coming out. I don't know when, but yeah, eventually. It came out on PC though, only on
All
Epic.
right, let's go. Moving on. Screw that game.
The only other thing, let's talk about the big thing. This is pretty much the biggest last topic. There is a rumor floating around with some weight to it that PlayStation is working on a streaming
It's not a rumor.
handheld.
It's pretty much confirmed at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much confirmed. The only thing is we don't
What was
know
the name of that game?
Crime Boss, Rockay City. We just don't know if it's going to be streaming like anywhere or if you need to be streaming from your PS5.
From
It's
what we heard,
probably
it's from the PlayStation 5.
right, which means that you'll still be required to have a PS5, and then you can have this little.
Now, it's called the
screen.
Q Lite as the code name.
Yes.
When you hear Lite, you know that that's streaming. Just so you guys know.
It says it's going to be. It's only going to be able to do up to 1080p 60 frames, and will always require a connection, obviously, if it's streaming. So, we don't know when, we don't know how much, but I think this is a big mistake. Again,
with the track record, of course it is.
I don't think they need more hardware. They're not going to stick with it if it doesn't sell, and it's usually expensive. So, I don't know about this. I don't know what you guys think about this, but
yeah, this I don't know. I think this is a big mistake to even consider. Considering we're sitting here watching them fail over the PSVR 2, which it's funny because I didn't know that was even on the docket until you said that earlier, and that's like where they're not that I expected them to move units, but I really just don't understand how they expect this to work, especially with a lot of people that want to play stuff handheld. If they want to play it, that stuff has to be natively. I mean, stuff is so dodgy and dicey, like if you're in a subway, you're in tunnels, you're in things, or you're in the city, shit like that. That it's different.
They're not even putting 5G in this shit. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's like
they're
dude,
not even doing that stuff. It's all
like people
Wi-Fi.
just want, it's like that stuff just doesn't work. And it's like I was saying earlier in our chat, like it's just like you're showing up late to the party, man, and the train's left the station. Like you got Steam Deck, you got obviously Nintendo doing their thing, and they're dominating the market. And the problem is people forget that they just seem to kind of stamp out the PSP
You know
name
why I got the
after
Logitech G Cloud?
PSP.
Because I found out you could run Android apps natively on there with expandable storage.
Right.
It's not just like, oh, I could stream xCloud and Steam on there. You can natively have emulate. I got RetroArch on there, so I have all the consoles fucking lined up on there, and it runs beautifully. The D-pad is perfect on that thing. I got MAME on there. I got Final Burn Alpha. I was playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, the arcade edition. Beautiful machine. Perfect. And then I could load up xCloud and play that. Or Steam or whatever. It does a variety of things. I don't know if you'll be able to do that on here. It doesn't seem like it, but it might. We don't know. But if it's got expandable storage, it's either going to be proprietary, like Sony always does, with their $100 memory cards that nobody fucking wants. I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, that's what I was saying too. It's like if this thing, let's just say, if it does come out with a with those specs, and down the road it gets hacked, it's one of those things where it's like that's when it would be like useful. But other than that, if you need the 5, and they're just trying to squeeze more money out of their
they're trying to pull an Apple where you need the phone, you need the watch, you need all this crazy shit.
They want it all they want it all connected, and I don't know. It's just a really weird pattern of them to do this when they're already charging what they asked for the VR2, and that failed, or is failing as we speak.
Right.
So what do you charge for this? $299, $350, like what, like where?
That's
What I
its
mean?
only chance is its price point. If they price this thing too high, it's already dead.
Done deal. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know.
In the video.
It won't be, but it needs to be like $199. It won't be, but that would get people to buy it.
Not even, man. It needs to be $149.99. $200 for a fucking cloud. Listen, I bought the other one for $300, but again, like I said, it does all that other stuff natively, and it's perfect. It's very light. I don't know about this one. We'll have to wait and see what it has, but judging by Sony's track record, I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or not.
I think we're gonna find out. They're saying maybe in June at their thing they're gonna announce this officially. So
at E3, that's not E3.
Yeah, fake E3.
Fake E3. Yeah.
Okay, I want to. I'm so sick of this shit. People are like E3's dead forever. Guess what? E3 died once and it came back. So I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, don't count them out.
I'm not saying they'll be back next year, but you know what? In 5 years, the companies might get tired of this shit and they might.
Yeah, that's also news that dropped literally the day after we recorded last week's show. It was
and
like
Jeff
Thursday
Keighley,
morning.
he was already fucking tweeting about it.
Yeah, trying to get people.
Oh, now that E3's not here, you can watch the summer. It's like, fuck you, dickhead. It's like telling somebody at a funeral, "Oh, he's dead. Now we can take stuff out of his house."
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, come on.
What a bitch that guy is, huh? Fuck him.
Yeah, you got to get better security.
Man, that guy sucks his own fucking cock, man. I'm so sick of that guy. Strokes his own fucking dick on the internet, like, oh, look at me. It's like, fuck you. Nobody cares.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Stop fucking bragging, man. You're such a bitch.
Yeah, and he's got to get better security at his show. What the fuck, He's
slacking. Yeah, Al Pacino walk out on stage like that.
Yeah.
He accidentally had a porcupine walk out instead of Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Get the fashion
I'm standing for so long. What the fuck?
Pacino still should have fucking screamed, blood clot, when the God of War guy was talking.
I want this steak.
Blood clot. My fucking leg has a blood clot.
Fucking Al Pacino.
Hey, man, he was great in Glenn Ross, which is free right now on YouTube to watch.
Everyone should check that out.
But they actually uploaded the Blu-ray to YouTube because it's in legit 1080p. Great. They usually upload the DVDs because they're in like 480 whatever, you know what I mean? 480p. Pacino and Heat, well, guess what? They're talking about making Heat 2 the movie with fucking Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
No, I know.
It just came out the other day.
I know. They were talking about it last summer a little bit, but now I think it's actually like getting some momentum because I think he wrote it in like
he wrote the novel.
He wrote the novel. That's what it was. Yeah.
What?
Did you see the Minecraft movie news?
Yes.
I have.
About
dude, it's
Jason
real.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa is starring in the live action Minecraft movie, and it's legit.
Didn't we call that? Didn't we joke around?
Didn't we just talk about that? Yeah, I was gonna say, did we just talk about Jason Momoa and all these like idiots in the one show?
But how do you do a live action Minecraft movie where he's gonna be a block? Like, I don't understand.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna have CGI and he's gonna do the voice.
Big blocky arms.
Oh, I didn't put the video to loop. Oops. That's my
also a bunch of the cast is in talks, or they've agreed to do Shrek 5, so that's coming.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's good. Even though they said the last one was the last one, but it's never the last one.
Not when it makes money.
Shout out to Hollywood for not stopping.
Yeah.
Wait, can you blame them? There's really nothing going on besides those elimination movies.
Right.
The Mario movie's getting like horrible reviews, but that's because people don't know what the hell they're watching.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to
It's
that.
like, dude, it's just Mario. You gotta fucking watch it.
I want to see Jack Black. Did you already see Jack Black in the Bowser costume? Did you already
I
see
saw
that?
the picture of that, but
That was
he's in
so
Mandalorian this
funny.
week, so there you go.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude. I love Jack Black.
he's everywhere.
Tenacious D Pick of Destiny is probably one of the best movies in like from like the mid 2000s, you know what I mean? Like it's up there.
Oh, he said something like about the School of
And School
Rock.
of Rock. Yeah.
He said he wants those. He's like, those kids are 30 years old now. He's like, we need to all get together and jam. I was like, that's really cool. He wants to.
I want to see him do the last song live, you know what I mean? Just do the and if you want to be a teacher's pet, you know, dude, that's such a good movie. That, you know, come on. Now he's playing Bowser. It's just, I'm happy he's still getting shit, you know?
He's in Mandalorian. He's all over the place.
Yeah, and he still tours with his band Tenacious D, so it's like he's just a multimedia dude. He's everywhere. Natalie's putting over the Mario movie. Yeah, a lot of people are seeing it today. And like all the people that I know said that it was actually pretty good. But then the mixed reviews I saw online, but like I'll check it out this weekend and I'll let you guys know what I think.
They said Conehead sucked. It's like, bro.
I was gonna say, like,
you can't listen.
Yeah, people are just dumb.
Fuck your Rotten Tomatoes. Stick them up your ass. Maybe that's why they're rotten to begin with.
Yeah, I will. You know, I'll check it out this weekend and we'll talk about it next week on the show.
Right.
And it'll be cool. I definitely because Callie of course wants to see it too. So
well, we're not going to the movie theater, so good luck.
We're gonna see if it leaks. Like
you're gonna review it by yourself.
I'll review it in an empty room talking to a wall. No, yeah, no,
that camera will be out. Don't worry.
Gotta be.
Once we watch it, that's it. People are negative boomers. You know, a boomer is somebody that's like 75 years old, right?
They're
I'm
like,
not even
they're
kidding.
taking. I know they're taking their like
people in their 40s boomers. It's like we're not fucking boomers.
No,
boomers are people in their 70s and 80s.
I mean, they probably won't like the movie either. They're probably like, "What is this?" They'd be like, "Get this out of here."
Grandparents play video games with their grandkids or whatever. They'll know.
I would hope so. They would probably be bringing bringing in the families. That's what they rely on. You know,
boomers were born in the 40s, says Richard. Yeah, I think people got that twisted. It's not people in their 40s. People born in the 40s.
The old time, we got to get our horse and our carriage ready. You know. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that, again, like I like the Sonic movie. That was the first thing that I saw that was where I was like, okay, they can do this. Where when I saw Sonic 1, the first thing I thought was like, man, they're going to do that Mario movie. Like when I saw that was getting successful, that was my biggest thing. I was like, right, how are they going to do Mario? So it's really cool that they're.
Yeah, it sucks that they waited until I was 40 years old to fucking release this movie.
I was gonna say this is a long time coming for like the style that they're going for.
I saw the original Mario Brothers in the theater when I was a kid.
Wow, that's crazy.
And now I can't even go see this one in the theater because all this crap. So whatever. I bought the Tin Star edition on Walmart.
I saw that. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah, Walmart's weird like that, right? Like they get weird 4K editions where sometimes they don't. Like why do they have like a 4K steelbook of the Terrifier 2? Like why? Like why that movie? You know what I mean?
You to
like
buy it from them.
Yeah, but it's you know what I mean? It's weird because their media section has shrunk, like we were saying earlier in the show.
Hey, Creepshow is getting 4K. I saw it on Amazon.
Yes. Just avoid Creepshow 3. Don't get that.
Nah.
Just stay away from that.
Creepshow 2 was fucked up, man. Not gonna lie.
That was a messed up movie.
The blob and all that.
Yeah, in the water.
Yep.
And it grabs them, like you just see the shade kind of going over the people, and it like pulls them in. Yeah, very creepy. Thanks for the ride, lady. And it's like the hitchhiker thing. The second one was the one with the Indian artifact, right? It was like the statue. That thing was pretty cool
I
too.
haven't seen it in so long, man.
It was like the statue comes to life.
I just remember the blob when they're on the raft.
Yeah.
And the guy quickly jumps off the raft, and the thing fucking just...
Yep, it just gets him.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what he did, he was screwed anyway.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
That was pretty much.
I think we're still talking about the portable stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love the PSP when it came out, but ever since the PSP, and then when they moved on to the Vita and they started to kind of slowly suffocate the PSP brand, I just don't really see them really redeeming themselves with this thing, whatever this is that they're trying to kind of like stamp on this like all-in-one interface, like make it portable. Like, dude, number one, you got to have all your fucking games on that thing, okay? And I think there is a very there's a different lack of attention to their to their catalog, and I think if you're going to do this portable, you should have just made it to where you could just play it on like just natively download the stuff. And man, we know they're going to overcharge for this thing, so that's why I'm just kind of like I don't really have hope for that. I just think they're going to overcharge. It's probably not going to sell. And yeah, at that point, it's going to be, it's just going to be pointless.
At least make it like a PlayStation Steam Deck where you could download the stuff, but they don't care.
Yeah, it just sucks because there needs to be, like, it just, you see them making an effort now, but it's like, man, like, where the hell were you? Like, you guys dropped out from Vita, and then, you have all this other alternatives that are in the way. And you can't really just you show up to that party late, and it's like, dude, no one cares at this point. Like, I'm sure you're going to get some Sony fans, like, money. Like, yeah, I'm sure some people will get it, but like, how much will you use it, and how much will it actually, make sense to have in your arsenal of Sony crap that you got to add on? Nah, I'm good on that. I still want a PSP, or I'm sorry, like a Vita, back in my library of stuff to have, because like I said, I haven't had one in years. But if I were to do that, I would just put my money into something like that and jailbreaking that instead of like spending whatever the hell they're going to charge on this thing. So that's a pass. But I'm sure it'll be announced in June. So a couple months away. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
What was this? Some guy put some fake wrestling news out there, and now he put a statement out saying he's quitting the scene now.
Oh.
Or what the hell he said.
Get ready for
so what?
$80 pay-per-views now. That's what people are saying on the internet.
Who fucking cares? Nobody's buying them anyway.
No.
Just buy WrestleMania every year and possibly SummerSlam.
Every single UFC I've stolen. Every single one. Like, I am not paying.
Okay, so we'll talk about this real quick. WWE was acquired by Endeavor, who owns the UFC.
Yes, that did happen.
Vince McMahon has a 49% share stock. Endeavor has 51%. They're going to basically put WWE and UFC in a blender and spit out a new company. So Vince McMahon's actually higher than Dana White in this position. So technically, Vince is co-owner of UFC. The minority owner. Vince is going to have 49%, and Endeavor's going to have 51%. So it's Endeavor's company. They're hoping to spin that off into a $21 billion merger. And Vince McMahon was paid $9.3 billion. So
it's crazy.
Got double Star Wars. He
gets to stay in control of everything. And basically, Vince gets to do what he gets to do. And he got paid out.
He always wins.
He always wins. He's a very smart
Yep.
guy. He might be a nut, but he's a very smart guy. So shout out to him. He's doing really good. Vince look like a yes. Okay, so he's got the mustache and the dyed hair, and he might have had All right, Camo, take care, man. Catch
Take
you
care,
later.
buddy.
I like the Rap Story and Creep Show too. Come on, Poncho, you're the science guy. Yeah, so he's basically just doing what he's doing. He looks like Gomez Adams, which I called. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw him.
Yep.
Now all these Adams Family memes are coming out with him.
He does look very strange. Like something else is off about him too. I don't know.
He's probably dating some girl, and that's what she likes. I guarantee you. Because why the hell is he acting like that all of a sudden?
Hey, baby, you got to get that pencil thin mustache.
You gotta look like a fucking artist.
He doesn't even have a
from the
mustache.
1600s.
It's like he grew a mustache and then shaved the top of it.
Yeah.
He looks like Dick Dastardly. That's
Like,
what
dude, Tom
I'm saying.
Savini has a better mustache than you, Vince. What the hell?
Well, he looks like Dick Dastardly, like the Dastardly Vince McMahon or whatever. Guy looks horrible.
How come nobody's made
You know what
joke
it was, man? Remember he was on TV last couple of years and we're like, he's so fucking old. He looks like he's about to die.
He looked like a corpse.
Right. Now he looks like Gomez Adams, and I guess it's better than looking like a corpse.
I guess so.
I saw the interview with him sitting next to the guy talking. I was like, man, this guy looks embarrassing right now.
Nobody made the joke that it's like an imposter version, like an evil twin, because it has the mustache.
I mean, he's his own evil twin at that point, so that wouldn't even work out, but yeah. They're both evil.
Yeah, right.
I guess you could say it's like spy versus spy. Yeah, people are saying, oh, it looks like he tied up a damsel in distress on a train track. Like, everyone's been screwing with that guy. Mario McMahon, that's true.
Yep.
Just listening while I'm driving home. Still here. Okay, cool.
Cool.
I can't believe it that happened, but
Shane
knew it was
McMahon
coming.
came out of WrestleMania, did a leapfrog over Miz, and blew out his leg. Tore his quad right in the middle of the ring.
Damn.
So what happened was Snoop Dogg was there, and the referee told Snoop Dogg, you got to do something. So he got in the ring, ran across the ropes, jumped up into the sky into the people's elbow on the Miz, almost killed the Miz. And he saved the segment. That was like the best part of WrestleMania Night 2. That was it.
That was pretty much the highlight.
And he got the win. So he wasn't even supposed to be in a match. I wonder if they could get in trouble for that.
Well, because since the ref was there.
No, yeah, he needs a wrestling license in certain states. You need that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Say if Snoop Dogg did the elbow and had a heart attack, they'd be in big fucking trouble.
That's true.
They'd be in big trouble. But
Can you imagine that?
Whatever. It worked out. Even though it didn't work out for Shane McMahon. He's going to be sidelined for like 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah. He wrestled on WrestleMania as a surprise because that was it. That's the last McMahon-owned show. And he went out there and he literally blew it. Blew his leg out.
Yeah, he was a little too ambitious for his age, I think.
Pushing it.
Why was he doing a leapfrog at 53 years old?
I don't know.
Dude, you're crazy. I mean, back in the day, you could pull it off.
But not now.
Not now.
And there was really no reason to do that. But he did it.
Is there any news on Twitter or anything?
No,
every time we end the show, there's always something that happens.
Every Thursday, something happens. I was just checking before. But so far, I don't see much.
Check out Cyberpunk's 2077 ray tracing overdrive mode in full 4K. Wow.
Oh,
Check
this
deal of the day.
article is so misleading. Somebody made an article that says Steam users at risk of losing access to their library of games because they're not supporting 7 and 8 anymore.
Yeah, breaking news. Update your fucking computer.
It's so misleading to put it that
It's
way.
free.
Like, yeah. Yeah, was deal of the day, was there anything good or is it all crap again?
I do know that Gotham Knights on the PS5 and Series X is $29.99 deal of the day, but it's still crap. So it's
Still
bullshit.
30 frames.
Yeah, they were gonna fix that. Remember?
Yeah,
Right? They never did.
not yet. Oh, good. They have an electric pressure washer on deal of the day. Thanks, Best Buy.
I just saw that.
That's what I go there for.
It's all crap again.
Trying to see if there's anything on here.
Oh, crap.
I don't even know if I got anything important. What did I get? Nothing.
I got this in the mail. Finally.
Oh, nice.
First contact days was today or yesterday.
What
so.
is it?
The Next Generation movies in 4K.
Okay, because I'm looking at the internet.
Yeah. They finally came out. So that's that.
I'm trying to see if there's any news for anything. I'm getting all this fucking AEW bullshit in my feed. Fuck AEW. Shout out to AEW. Go fuck yourselves. Bring back CM Punk, you fucks.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you see, these companies never want to give you what you want.
No.
Oh, he got in a fight with our wrestlers. Oh, keep him off TV for like 200 days. Oh, you know it's been over 200 days, right?
Oh my god.
Somebody put it up today. I think it's been 225 days since CM Punk's been on.
It's really been that long.
That's
almost
so
a year.
crazy.
Forget it, man.
After the scrum, it was over.
Yeah, you know what? AEW, I hate to say it, the locker room, they're a bunch of pussies there. Everyone's offended. Everyone gets fucking butthurt. It's like, guys, you're in the wrestling business. Act like wrestlers.
Yeah, shouldn't we be happy that we all made it here together?
Every
Right.
other day somebody says something stupid. And It's like,
well, if they
dude.
say something, they don't even. It's not like they're threatening to kill each other. They're just like, hey, you know, this is BS or whatever. And it's like, oh my god, it's got backstage heat now. It's like, really?
It's a child. It's a childish shit. That's annoying.
You make WWE look like the fucking Academy Awards of fucking wrestling. Come on, man.
That's how. Remember how it was when back in WWE, like when Titus O'Neil like touched Vince McMahon, and it's like, oh, he's got heat now. Like there was always stupid stuff like that. Like it's so
Right.
dumb.
Well, guess what? He grabbed the boss, and I did a video like defending the guy.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil, because it was bullshit what they did to him. But at the end of the day, guess what? He touched the boss.
Right. At least he did something to like get a response instead of these other people where
Scared
they
the shit
just
out of him.
go on their heads.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
at the end of the day, you know, everything was cool. Now he's doing the pre-show. He was on commentary on WrestleMania, Titus O'Neil. They love the guy.
Because they like money over there, and they won't let stupid stuff stop them from making money.
How many backstage fights they had? Jericho fought fucking Goldberg backstage. Batista, Booker T beat the fuck out of Batista backstage. For real. I don't remember Vince firing Batista and Booker T. I remember those two guys just, you know, being like, whatever.
They probably just worked it out.
Brett
like
and
men.
Sean, Brett pulled out all of Sean's hair backstage at a fucking show. The guy had to go get hair plugs. He pulled all his fucking hair out of his head.
Ugh.
But they worked together, right?
Well, they still like
It
getting a
wasn't this
paycheck.
shit where the locker room was like, I'm not coming to work now. Oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, this guy's blacklisted from the company because he said something that had nothing to do with anything that I agree with online. It's like, oh my God. AEW was so cool when it started. Then what happened? All these guys became fucking pussies. The Young Bucks even said, hey, we're not going to have any of that WWE drama here. And that's all this Fed is. It's all drama. And
They
it's
had
all
such an
based off of
opportunity.
bullshit rumors and lies. It's like, and the boss doesn't even do anything to stop it. Call a meeting, be like, guys, this shit's got to stop. Learn to coexist.
Right.
We're here to all get this Fed going. Instead, what these guys do is they cause shit and then like, oh, well, he's trying to destroy the company. I'm just trying to protect
Yeah,
the
it goes
Well,
from
you're not,
a
because you're
team
causing
mindset
more
to
trouble.
yeah,
If the
it's
guy's a
like
troublemaker, go tell the boss and get that situated. Don't go on the fucking internet and be like, oh, you know what? He's a dick. You shouldn't be saying that.
yeah, don't act like you're supposed to be a team and then you turn around and start making enemies. Like, what the fuck, man?
This whole Punk thing started because people were given the wrong idea that he had something to do with Cole Cabana getting fired. And he had nothing to do with it. But the boss, he admitted this at the scrum, that it was his fault that he didn't communicate that properly. Should have communicated it properly to the locker room before this whole thing blew up.
Right. Because people assume, and when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself, always. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, the whole locker room turned against this guy Punk because he thought he was trying to get them all fired.
Yeah, like he was out to claim their
territory.
Because
they thought that he got rid of one of them, so they all got to stick together.
The rest
right?
are coming next, yeah.
Right. And that's totally not what happened.
Yeah, and then you have a boss who doesn't tell his fucking
and the boss didn't fucking nut up and
leaves
be like,
him in the dark. Yeah.
Yo, that was my call. I wanted to get rid of him for whatever reason.
Punk's fault. Like, this isn't because of Punk at all.
It's like when Vince fired who are the guys? The Good Brothers? He blamed it on Paul Heyman. And AJ Styles is a dumbass, and he was like, oh, Paul Heyman got my friends fired. He's a liar. It's like, okay, who owns the company here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember Paul Heyman ever owning WWE.
I hate too when they post like cryptic stuff, these guys, like, ooh, like, and you know what they're trying to say, but they won't just say it. It's like, just be a man and say it if you're gonna say it. Don't
No, because I don't want heat, but they're gonna get heat anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I don't know, I just feel bad. AEW was really good. They had something really good going on. They blew
the opportunity.
They blew it just because of the way the locker room is running around there. And you know what? They still have time to fix all that. But until then, they go fuck themselves. Fix your shit, guys. Come on. Now Vince is back in creative. Triple H isn't doing creative anymore.
You could tell at the scrum from WrestleMania he didn't care anymore about anything. He was just ragging on Kevin Owens, and he just was like,
oh,
whatever.
Yeah, he buried Kevin Owens for eating the Snickers bar.
Yeah, because little did we know
I'm kind of concerned. It's like, really? He had fucking 2 Snickers bars.
And he buried the locker room, too, because he knew he wasn't going to be in charge anymore, so he was like, whatever.
Well, look at Bayley. She's not there anymore. Something happened.
Oh, wow.
They were written off TV. The LA Knight guy was written off WrestleMania with Lashley. Remember Lashley came out with the trophy like an idiot?
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes? He was supposed to have a segment with LA Knight, and he was written off. Why? Because Vince. Cody Rhodes is out of the main event.
Which, like you said, now these guys are going to rethink if they want to go.
He's completely out. He's fighting Brock Lesnar now.
Because you know why? He's got to pay for his crimes. He's going to get him. Vince is going to.
Because he's a Rhodes, and they're never gonna make him champion. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Triple H is going to let him slide.
That was the night that they had to create a new star and everything, and they fucking blew it. That now WrestleMania was perfect, but then he didn't win.
I don't ever want to see Roman Reigns again. I'll be okay if I ever do. Like, enough.
So, listen, that guy at my wife's job, he hasn't watched it forever, and he watched Raw to get the recap of WrestleMania. And he's like, Roman Reigns again? He goes, this guy's been boring. He goes, the last time I tuned in, he was still champion.
It's true.
Some things never change.
And that guy's been watching since the 70s. So
yeah.
the fans are telling you this shit sucks. And they just don't care.
They don't listen.
That's why you have AEW. But AEW's got to get their house in order. If AEW gets their house in order and they can figure all that stuff out, great. But the drama's got to stop over there. It's killing the company, man. It happened to WCW. Even in WCW, Steiner threatened to kill Diamond Dallas Page. To where DDP and Nash left. It was a Thunder taping, I believe. They suspended Steiner and he was back and he was working with everybody. They suspended him for 2 weeks. For threatening to kill somebody.
The thing is that
these guys on AEW, they're just fucking taking shots at each other, and it's like, oh, blacklist him from the company. We don't want him in the locker room. He's a cancer. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Tony Khan's got to come out and say, if you say anything about somebody else that's not storyline,
well, he's got to tell these guys like Vince, like, yo, you can't say shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to sign the wrestlers to an NDA.
Yeah.
Not when shit goes down, sign people to NDA, but sign them to an NDA, period.
He just lets people do whatever they want.
That's the problem. You know, in WCW, you say the inmates running the asylum? No. This is the inmates running the asylum. And it's kind of pathetic, in my opinion. We need another company, and they need to stick around, so they got to figure this out.
I got to see. I don't know. Their ratings are not doing well, so...
They're not doing well. That show, the TNA All Access, that's what we call it, AEW All Access, it airs right after Dynamite. Everyone fucking left. The minute Dynamite ended, nobody watched that show.
Yeah.
They couldn't hold their own audience for that show. So, I don't know, man. AEW, they got to fix their stuff. TK is such a candy ass. Take control of your own damn company. I would say so.
He's too busy being a fan and being their friends.
It's the Eric Bischoff thing all over again. Only TK's got money and Bischoff's not, robbing Ted Turner's money. Yeah, it really is.
Sucks.
But WrestleMania, I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10. It would have got it. I'll tell you what, man. It probably would have gotten like an 8 or 9 out of 10 if you gave Cody the friggin' belt.
That's what we were waiting for.
The first night was good. The second night was decent. And then all of a sudden, this guy loses. And I'm like, they did it again. WWE always does this shit. Whenever somebody's ready to win the title, they fucking make the guy not win. They did it to Goldberg in 2003 at that SummerSlam. The fucking crowd was chanting Goldberg all night. He killed everybody in the Elimination Chamber. Triple H gets out, hits him with the hammer, 5 seconds, he's dead. The crowd is done. Then they gave it to Goldberg a month later. He got the 3 count. Nobody cared because nobody believed he was going to win. It was the most awkward 3 count that they did. And nobody cared at that point. Even after he had the belt, it was over because everyone was wanting him to get it at SummerSlam. Timing is everything, and they fucked it up. But they've done it with him. They did it with RVD. They did it with all these guys. It would be cool if they would do an invasion, AEW, kind of like the ECW, WCW. Well, WWE doesn't want to work with them, so there you go. It's just not going to happen. What's up, Midway Gamer? It's VB. Roman's going to have to lose a title at some point. He might lose it next year. I think I know where they're going to go with the Roman Reigns thing.
Work them into the ground until they can't work anymore. Then pick somebody.
So here's the thing. They said that Roman might add more members to the bloodline. There's one more member they can add in there.
Rikishi.
Yeah.
No. Rock's daughter.
Okay.
Then you get Rock to come back next year and beat the shit out of Roman Reigns.
See, now that sounds like a good idea. That would work.
It would work, but Rock's got to win the title at, Listen, I don't care. I don't care about wrestling. I don't care how old the wrestlers are, except for Ric Flair because he's like 90.
Well, it's like
I don't care if Goldberg comes back. I don't care if Austin comes back. I'm okay with that stuff. I don't care if Shane McMahon comes back. I don't care. It's wrestling. It's fucking bullshit. It's just supposed to be entertaining. People take this shit way too seriously with, oh, he's too old. No. There were wrestlers back in the day that were 100 years old fucking fighting.
And they worked them pretty well.
They don't have to work WWE style, but they can get in there and do some stuff. Yeah. Undertaker fucking sucks, okay? A lot of people are like, oh, the Undertaker's the best. Dude, the guy can't even walk.
He walks like a friggin'
monster. He had his hips replaced and all that shit. But that's okay. He's allowed in because he's got seniority in the company. He could be 80 and still... Shut up. It's like the gaming thing. It's gatekeeping. Sony can do it, but Microsoft can't. Goldberg can't do it, but The Undertaker can't. Like, I've had enough of that shit. It's wrestling. Who cares? But Rock winning the title, it really doesn't do anything for anybody. No, I don't mind it, but it doesn't really do anything for the company. The future of the company, I guess. I don't know.
They should have let Cody get it here and run with it for a while, and then do whatever they
Cody should have won the title, came out as champion. Roman should say, we want a tag match or whatever. Okay. And then Brock turns on Cody, and you're like, okay, that's the next program.
Yeah.
Brock and Cody for the title. King Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar.
Not to mention, too, the
they
finish
fucking did it backwards.
Terrible. Like, it wasn't even, like, good. Like, so what, like, is he ever going to get his revenge back now? Like, it's...
No, they said he can't challenge for the title.
So it's just stupid. It was a whole waste.
He's going to have to win the Royal Rumble again.
Oh my god.
Vince is not going to retire. Vince is not retiring.
No, he
retired last year, but that was because of a scandal. He's back in charge, man.
Yeah. He's head of creative.
It's kind of sad that we have to talk about this guy dying in order for the show to get better. Listen, when he wasn't there, the show wasn't that much better. Let's face it.
There's only so much
Triple H brought all these fucking guys back, and what was the report? That he was upset with the way that they were performing.
When you make no stars, there's only so much you can do.
And look what Triple H was doing. He was doing this Bray Wyatt shit that went nowhere.
Again, he went nowhere.
For 6 months. Oh, Uncle Howie is outside.
And no payoff.
He's doing this, right?
Yep.
And then fucking all of a sudden Vince comes back and all that shit's done.
They did it to that guy twice, where we got no resolve.
Damage control, out the window. I mean, come on, guys. Triple H wasn't that good as a booker. Get over it. He didn't even book NXT. Regal did. Everyone thinks Triple H took the magic pen and wrote all that shit by himself. It was Regal and Shawn Michaels. They were the guys. This was a great villain back in the day. So much has changed. Well, Vince isn't on camera anymore. He's just the owner now.
He's in the basement.
And he's doing creative, so there you go. That Raw segment where Brock was on Cody made no sense. Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't watch it because I fell asleep. I was going to watch it, and good thing I didn't because I heard it was a horrible show, and it had several rewrites because Vince is back. He's back in charge.
I didn't watch it.
They had Triple H say at a meeting that nothing was going to change. He was still going to be head of creative, and I'm like, bullshit. And look, it was bullshit.
They burnt me out with that
Look
WrestleMania.
at Jay White. Jay White was ready to sign with WWE. He showed up on Dynamite tonight.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, Vince is back. I'm not going. Fuck that. I'll take my chance with Tony Khan.
You said, like, the guys are going to rethink it now. Like, well.
Oh, like Miro? He's going to kiss Tony Khan's ass.
He has to go back now.
He's got to go back.
Yeah. He really got screwed because he was in between.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't say, "Oh, I'd rather work for Triple H," because you didn't know how long it was going to last. We all knew Vince was coming back.
It's like he's walking over there and he's like, "Hey, Triple H," and then Vince knocks him down. He tries to run the other way, but he already pissed off Tony. So he's like, "Where do I go?"
Look at Bray Wyatt. Vince hates fucking Bray Wyatt, and guess what? Bray Wyatt's been off TV for over a month. Vince got rid of him.
He should go to AEW, even though I don't like
What's
him
he
that
gonna
much.
do there? Seriously, what is he gonna do?
I mean, it's better
The
than
character's fucking dead in the water.
Well,
You know
he
what I
can't
mean?
do this stupid creepy gimmick anymore.
He's
That's
gonna
gotta
do
stop.
it.
But it never went anywhere. That's the thing. Have him lead the Dark Order.
Dark Order's been dead, man.
Bring it back.
They fired all those guys too.
Oh
So for
no.
like two, they actually brought back the other guy. Remember they were the Super Smash Brothers? That was their tag team
Oh,
name. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
Evil Uno, yeah.
They brought back Stu Grayson, and they fired everybody else and brought back Stu Grayson.
I mean, if he's got to reinvent himself if he goes to AEW. He can't do this stupid thing anymore.
I think he's played out, man. I think it's over. People want the Fiend. They're not going to get the Fiend. I
don't even think that was very good.
Mankind. His electric tape for the mask. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just they got to figure something out. AEW has a real shot to they got to straighten the ship out, man. Then they're good. But until they get their house in order, it's not going to be an easy ride for them. Their fan base already dropped off big time because of the whole Punk thing. It's like, you got to work it out. You got to get these guys in a room and work it out. Get them in the room with the lawyers and everything and be like, what can we do to solve all this stuff?
Right.
Because Punk wants to come back. He doesn't want to sue anybody. He doesn't want to take anybody to court. He wants to come back and wrestle.
Like you said, bring him back with a mediator and say what will satisfy you. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Don't put them in a locker room where they're going to fight each other or anything. Get them in a fucking room with the lawyers and get it done. Work this shit out.
Yeah, it sucks when you have all these, things that you have all the right ingredients, but they can't seem to get on the same page.
Exactly. That's the issue. They got everybody in place. Jericho's a big instigator too, which fucking sucks because he was good and now he's just a fucking mess over in AEW. You know what I mean? Like they gotta get their shit together, big time. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy that likes this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, right. Been a
But
fan for years.
I'm really
right?
like falling off of it because it's not fun anymore. It really isn't. It's bullshit. It's like I can't even watch a fucking show because people are getting fired, people are not coming back, people are coming back. They got stupid shit going on. WrestleMania was just a big ad.
Yeah.
They had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch shit, and we're like, wait a minute, this is a guy beating up his son for real. It's a serious match. And they got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy out there running around the ring. And I'm like, come on.
And they made it all those hours, and like a third of it was commercials. There was no segments. It was like a waste. Like, why?
I like wrestling, but I hate the current product. Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, what else have we got going on here? Anything else before we go?
I'll check one more time.
I want to thank our members of the channel. New member RWK88, he was gifted a sub by Nick. I want to thank RWK88, Nick, and Liquor Sandwich for being members of the channel. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to thank
Thanks,
our super
guys.
chats of the night from RWK88 and from Nick. Appreciate it. Also want to thank our sponsors over on Patreon, JB Zombie 89, Abo, Hockey Fan, and Captain Catch. Thank you for being sponsors of the Game Complainers podcast on Patreon.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks a lot.
I just watch reruns most of the time. Yeah, I don't watch nothing. I'm just done. This show is awesome. Well, thank you, Kama.
Thank you.
Let me check it out.
Yeah, we had fun watching Mania anyway, even though it was silly. Like, we laughed and stuff. And
well, that's another thing, too. After WrestleMania, I was ready to pass out. So we went right home after that.
Yeah, me too. I was tired, too.
WrestleMania killed us, man. It was fucking 7 hours a night.
It was draining because there was so much, like, nonsense in between the matches and stuff. Like, the same thing over and over again.
Well, they start the pre-show at 6. They don't start the actual pay-per-view till 8. And it's like, man, they just don't care about the audience, man.
No, and they just kept showing the same stuff over and over again for 2 nights. I'm
40 years old now. I don't have time to fucking stay up all night.
I feel like I can't anymore. Like, by the time it hits 10, 11 o'clock, I'm like dead.
I'm ready to fucking pass out. I was ready to pass out watching the show. And then they were playing some fucking 1980s Mentos music. Mentos candy, like, commercial music.
You're right.
It's like, what happened to the Kid Rock and all the... He's a dick sometimes. Limp Bizkit. What happened to all these fucking Saliva? They used to have all these bands here.
Drowning Pool.
Limp Bizkit's kind of limped out too, so.
Yeah, but that song was great.
My Way. Are they still alive?
No.
The fucking singer always dies.
They're on their 4th singer. They had that song in Saints Row. I think it was. What
Saints happened to all these fucking groups?
Raise your hands if you feel like I do, or something like that. That was like the song. I was like, what? Drowning Pool's still around? Oh, man.
Look, all these rock and roll guys are dicks, but you know what? I'd take that. I'd take any one of their songs over. Oh,
the music was terrible.
What the fuck is going on here? This is not WrestleMania. Literally, there's an instrumental playing, and it sounds like a Mentos commercial.
Yeah, whoever picked the theme for that was dumb.
Raise your hands if you feel like I do, like I do, like I
don't know what song you're singing, man. Yeah. I have no idea.
It was a newer Drowning Pool song that was in like Saints Row, like I think 2 or 3 or something like that. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, "This band's still around." And that was back then.
Fucking My Way or the Highway to this bullshit.
Yeah,
I think that was the best theme. My Way.
It's kind of like Power Rangers, right? We had the rock and roll music, and then we went to like stock like Disney music.
No, we got it back. 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah,
we're gonna be seeing that. Cannot wait.
Good old 2 weeks.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you guys. It didn't feel like WrestleMania. It looked like WrestleMania, but it didn't feel like it.
No, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I haven't watched WrestleMania in years, man.
Shit, even that Fat Joe song for SummerSlam 05 was funny. What was it, Hogan versus Randy Orton? Or Hogan versus Shawn Michaels? It was Shawn Michaels versus Hogan in 05. But it's like the Fat Joe song. And it's just like, I'll take it.
Take that over.
The song makes it feel like it's summertime, so I'll take it. They really need to stop this 2-night shit. Yeah, they really do. Me. They could have taken matches from both shows and just condensed it into one card for one night. But they're not going to stop it because it makes so much money. And then they turn around and they doubled the gate number because, like, oh, for both nights, over 180,000 people were in here. I'm like, it's the same fucking people from last night. I hate this guy.
Who? Oh.
Uncle Phil.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, man. Anthony, here's one question I have for you about these Resident Evil games, which I never understand. So, their whole, to kill Leon, he's got to turn into a fucking spider. So, after Leon's dead, is he really going to walk around the village like this? Because he can't turn back.
Well, that's how I always feel. Like, once they make their transformation, they can't transform back, right? So it's like, they turn into these monsters, but
For
like
no
what
reason.
happens is Krauser just walk around with the arms, like you know,
They go to
He's got
Walmart
it-
to buy his
yeah.
groceries like that.
He's got the chicken wing forever. You can
Yeah,
never live a
so-
normal life, so what's the point?
It's
All
just
to
kind of
stop
like
Leon?
a boss has to turn into a boss type thing, you know, and like no real logic behind it. But yeah, how's Uncle Phil gonna go back to the village?
He can't.
Hey guys, he's like a guy.
Yeah, whoa! I have to duck under this door. You know, it's like what the,
He goes to lay in his bed and he's just like hanging
Yeah.
off of it.
he's just fucking.
It's horrible.
Aside from mercenaries, I hate that guy too, says Kama. It's like trying to shove 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
The WrestleMania thing. Is Capcom just going to remake the whole time line to fix 6? Yes.
Yes.
See, you actually got it, Midway. You actually understand what's happening. And I like how people ignore the fact that we've said several times that one of us was told by a Capcom person that that's what they were doing. We've said this for years, and everyone's like, Code Veronica. It's like, did you not hear what we told you? We got confirmation to a degree that this is what they're doing.
Makes sense.
Fix your mistakes by remaking the entire franchise.
That literally is what it is. It's like a second chance.
Witness the chicken wing. Fuck the chicken wing. I'll tell you what, though, the chicken wing looked better in this game than it did in the original. The original was ridiculous. I think he had feathers on his arm in the original. Did he?
What's that?
Oh,
The
I'll look it
like
up.
Krauser, did he have feathers on his chicken wing in
he
the
did.
OG?
Yeah, he had like
Yeah,
a feather.
he actually has the Lost
Yeah.
Plagueis arm in this one. Which
He had
makes more
he had
sense.
he had a Plaga arm too, but it had kind of had like a shield with like a feather on it. Like it was a
Yeah,
little bit
fuck
weird.
that,
Like
man. That's so stupid. Fuck those devs. What were they trying to do? Oh, it would be really cool if we have a chicken wing with feathers on it. And it's like,
hey
what
man,
the
that was
fuck,
the
dude?
last game that Shinji Mikami directed for Resident Evil, you know?
Yeah,
So
well, he needed to take a different direction, that's for sure.
I
Got
mean,
rid of him.
I think that's why he left. Yeah. He was a dude that said that he would you know, basically he kind of pulled a James Bond and said that he would, you know, do that to himself if it ever came out on a console other than GameCube, and look what happened. It fucking came out on PS2 like 8 months later.
Well, he said that because they were in that exclusive deal together.
Yeah.
Yeah, his arm looked
Chief
terrible in the old one.
Mendez transforms, kills Leon, then goes to Taco Bell and buys all the villagers dinner. Well, they all look like they ate Taco Bell by default.
Expired Taco Bell.
Ugh.
You know, I didn't realize that, Anthony. Only the friggin' the island blew up, not this fucking part of the island.
Well,
So you
they,
still got Lost Plagueis running around on that.
well, they tried to. I mean, the way they implied it was that the whole thing got like the island is supposed to all, you know, blow up basically, but they don't really.
All the parts,
Yeah, I mean that's what it's implied.
like the
but-
village. The village wasn't connected at all to the island, though.
Well, that's true, but I mean they kind of like. I feel like because they kind of had that little thing where it's like, you know, the Plagas were kind of like dying now that Sadler was dead. That was the one thing I think is cool they added. You know, was everyone dying?
Right.
Because Sadler was dead. So it's like everything that was connected to him in the village and the castle is just dead. So it's like, yeah, you're right. Those areas are there, but they kind of tried to throw that in there where it's like now that their master is gone, it's like kaput. Everyone's just gonna. But you're right. Technically, remnants are still there. So, you know, maybe that's how Wesker gets a fucking sample. Maybe he's like, you know what, fuck Ada, you know, because that shit's going down. So let's just, you know, so who knows? You know, I think all that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
They've done that before where they've gone back to a site and they've extracted something from there, and that's why this is here now. Like little things like that. So I wonder how they're going to tie that in and what the beginning of 5 is going to look like. You know, that'd be cool. We'll see.
5 is going to be awesome. Code Veronica was cool, but once I get Chris' segment, I get annoyed by the freaking stupid elevator with responding enemies, which I hate as well. Mendez is a centipede and Krauser's a chicken wing. What? Exactly. Imagine if you had to beat the game in a time limit, or else Leon turns into a monster, and the game ends because you're dead. That would be crazy.
Terrible.
Remember RE5 originally? The sun was going to dehydrate Chris.
Yep.
And you need to get like water every like fucking 5 to 10 minutes. I hope they don't do that. Please don't do that in a remake. I hope. So what's good about the remake of 5 is we won't see fucking Borat there anymore.
Yeah, you won't.
I hated that guy. This is ridiculous. Makes the game look dumb. Any questions in the chat room before we wrap it up? It is 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know how I'm awake, but I'm here.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of here too. I'm knocked out. Any questions? We're going to give you guys like a couple minutes. What do you want Anthony to build in his computer? Do you want him to go AMD? We can go AMD and then it'll break in like a year.
No thanks. I
won't take anyone's advice on that. Are you going to try Minecraft with ray tracing?
It doesn't even have ray tracing, does it?
I'm going to get ready for the Jason Momoa movie.
Certain maps.
Yeah.
Do you want him to get a Jason Momoa sticker for his computer case?
Has to be shirtless.
I was going to say, we'll just get him like scanned on the case, you know? Like a special custom made just for him.
You got a case on the window, you can just put a decal off him in
Yeah.
You should get that Sonic motherboard. That's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's MSI. That shit will explode.
Never mind.
That Sonic board is really cool, but it's MSI.
It is
cool. I don't want to mess with that. Loved your stream. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We're here every Wednesday night. And then after 5, they might do something different with 6. I hope so. Hey, 6 could be a really good game if they streamline it and get it figured out. It would be cool if 6 was just each chapter is your different character instead of having 10 different campaigns. Like, chapter 1 is Leon and Helena. Chapter 2 is Chris and Pierce. Chapter 3 is Sherry and Jake. You know what I mean?
It'd make more sense.
Like you beat those sections of the game and then you go right back to the other character. 6 would be great if they remade it into an actual horror game. I agree.
Yeah. It's like don't have it to where you're just replaying the same bosses and all that shit, you know?
Silent Hill 2 Remake sounds awesome, but I'd rather have remade than 3 because 3 is my favorite. Well, I want 1 remade. Silent Hill 1's awesome.
I never played any of those Silent Hills.
Yeah, you don't play nothing.
I'll check it out on the remake. I was playing like Spyro and Crash and Mario, and I was being a little happy kid. You guys were playing all this evil stuff.
There's actually an ending in Silent Hill 1 where it's like drug lords had something to do with it.
That's weird.
And it's like, what the fuck? There's like 20 endings for that game. I don't remember what ending I got. No Simmons, no Giant Fly, no T-Rex. Yeah, Silent Hill 1 remake, then 3. I agree. We'll see how... Silent Hill 2 remake is probably going to be really good too, so I'll check it out for sure. I'm down with that. The old ones are hard for me to play because I have to go back and play that old style. Silent Hill 1 I really love, and I really want a remake of that game. Just playing that game now with the clouds and everything, it's a pain in the ass. The fog.
That's why I like the remakes.
I beat the game 100 years ago, but what?
I like the remakes because it's easy for me to jump into them because I've never like it'd be so hard for me to go back to those archaic controls and stuff now, you know. But these remakes, I could play all these games in some form,
Hey,
which is
Parasite Eve remake, man. That's the game. Kagura Deception 2. They're gonna remake all that shit. They're never gonna do it. Parasite Eve possibly, but I don't see Deception games being remade. Deception fell off big time, man. It was a really cool game. It was serious. It was horror, and now it's like this like Japanese hentai, ha ha he he type thing. And I was like, what'd you guys do to this game? You guys ruined the game. I don't know.
I don't know either.
The HD collection was not as bad as people say. Fuck Konami for charging $100 for it on PS4. Wait, what? What was $100? There's a Silent Hill game for $100.
Is that true?
I don't think so. It's just something I don't know.
See.
Silent Hill HD collection was $100 on PS4. I don't remember that.
How?
Can you look that up real quick?
I'm trying to find it, but
Just type in Silent Hill HD collection, PS4.
yeah, that's what I typed in.
That must be on eBay or something.
No, I don't even think they mean PS3. It's not even on PS4.
It's on PSN. I'm gonna look this up before we go. Silent Hill
I'm trying to find
HD collection PSN.
Oh, yeah, try PSN.
Lately I've been buying old school games. Is it an error that it cost $99 on day one? It was delisted from the store. Okay. The only way to play it on the PS4 is through PlayStation Now, which costs $99. That's where you got it mistaken. So when he went to go, if you go to buy the game digital, it probably pointed you to the service for $99. Like I'm sure it said $99.99, but like next to the game title. But that's if you subscribe to the service.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is saying here on Reddit, because some guy had the same issue.
Yeah, I was like, how's that possible?
I find out it's $99. I even tried checking the description here. It doesn't even say what it comes with. Yes, I checked that Silent Hill 2 and 3, but given the HD remake, I didn't even know it was available on PC, so I checked there. How about you just get an Xbox and stop being a pussy and get the game for $5 on sale?
No, it was meant to be played on a PlayStation.
These people on Reddit are dumb.
No.
This is a little interesting. HD Collection is on PS Now service. When first launch. It's odd it's leaving now. Konami pulled their games from the service. Original versions could be part of the upcoming PlayStation Plus premium tier.
It's funny, you can still buy it digitally on Xbox, the HD collection. Like right now.
Well, I mean, that's what people need to get over. They need to start buying an Xbox, even if you get a Series S, the cheap one,
You don't
just to
need to
play some of these
stream
old
it.
games, man. Enough with the fucking PlayStation. I need to touch the controller bullshit. You can actually use a Wingman adapter. You can use your PS5 controller on the Xbox
Right.
Series X or Series S. If you buy the Wingman adapter for $40, you're good.
And do you really want to go through all that streaming nonsense, or do you want to just download it and play it? Like, it's so much easier.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was actually not. Yeah, it's PS Now. Game Pass is less than that if you get Xbox Live. Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate comes with Xbox Live. Remember RE4 pictures I sent you? Yes, I remember. PS5 looks very washed out. Yeah, Richard actually bought it on both consoles.
He double dipped.
I could swallow this thing.
Which for this game, I understand.
He showed me on his 1080p TV. PlayStation 4 was more washed out. Obviously, we knew that, but he had to look for himself, which is great. That's what I suggest. I'm going Xbox because of Game Pass. Well, that's exactly what they want you to do. And have fun. It's okay to buy other consoles, guys. I don't know what this shit is where you have to have one machine. I've never heard of that in my life until the internet. Until the internet in the last 10 years. When PlayStation 3 was $600, I didn't get one. But I waited till it went on sale, and then I got one. I had a 360. It was great. But I was never like, you know what? I'm never gonna buy a PS3. Fuck PlayStation. I said, you know what? When the price drops, I'm getting a PS3. And guess what? When it dropped, we got a PS3. So
Yeah, you should never fully write something off like that.
There are people that are nuts. I'm not a console warrior, but Game Pass sounds great. It is great. We use it all the time here. You get perks, you get discounts on digital games. You get to play brand new games day one, like MLB The Show 23. Did your dad play that yet, or what's up?
Not yet. I'm gonna probably get the steelbook for him if I can. He always gets the steelbooks, and this one's like a Jeter steelbook, so that's pretty dope.
If you get this Wingman adapter, it's called Wingman XB2. Brook Wingman XB2 on Amazon. It's $40, $50, something like that. You can plug in wired or wireless. You can use your PlayStation 5 controller, or your PS4 controller, or your PS3 controller, or your Switch controller on your Xbox. Series X or S or Xbox One. Or Xbox 360, all with this one adapter. Or your original Xbox, if you get a Xbox to USB extension cable, you can use it on all those things. So you could still enjoy your controller on another machine. I'm so sick of that excuse. Well, I have to have that PlayStation controller to play Silent
That would be
Hill.
something. That would be something I would have to get. Get him on like the consistently play. The Xbox.
Yeah, get him the
do
Wingman
stuff. Yeah.
You should trick him and just hand him the controller and play it on like your Xbox and be like, "Oh, let's see if he notices."
He'll notice the button prompts probably.
Oh, okay.
I got this. This is what I got. Another one of these. The 8-bit what is it? Wireless USB wireless 2 adapter. I got it for work. Because we had that Switch at the shop during WrestleMania. I couldn't find a freaking controller to use it with. So if I plug this sucker in, I can use my Xbox controller or my PlayStation controller. Any controller I can grab. Now that Activision is Microsoft, or they want the old school Xbox port of Doom 3, I don't think you're going to get that, but they might. I don't know if they're gonna port that one over, but we'll see. They might just keep the current one that they have on there. Just letting you know ahead of time so you don't get it and get pissed off.
I need that Wolfenstein game that they put on PC.
Which one?
That one,
It's on original Xbox.
yeah, and then they put it on PC, but they didn't put it on console yet.
Which one?
The one with the zombies. I think it's the original Xbox one. Let me see, I'll tell you which one.
What is it? Dark Territory or something?
I forget.
Yeah, it's on original Xbox, but it's not backwards compatible because Activision owns it.
Yeah, and then they also have the 2009 one, which is Activision. They could put on there too.
Yeah.
It's just called
Once that deal
Wolfenstein.
goes through, all those games are gonna pop up on there. Backwards
Yeah,
compatibility is coming back.
I definitely want these.
VFG edition, okay, but I like the old school. I don't think you're getting that though. Just don't get mad because you're not gonna get that one most likely. The current Doom 3 that's on the Xbox store is probably going to be the only one that they're going to have up there. Because then I don't think they're going to waste time and put 10 different versions of one game on their service, you know? They
Yeah,
might,
they won't do that.
but I doubt it. Because they don't want to confuse people. Because can you imagine somebody buys Doom 3 on original Xbox? And they're like, well, how come it didn't unlock the current Doom 3? Why do I have to buy the same game again? You know, there's going to be people that fucking go crazy like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So to avoid confusion, I don't think they're going to even do that. So before we leave, Quantum Break was taken off Game Pass.
Yeah, but it's coming back.
Because of licensing issues. And they said they're going to straighten that out and put it back on there. Now, apparently Microsoft does own the IP. But because, and this is what I figured originally, that it was the TV show. There was a Quantum Break TV show, and the game has clips from it. I think they need to work that out.
Probably.
But even Remedy came out and said, don't worry, it'll be back. We're working on getting the licensing fixed. Yeah, I know, sadly, it'd be awesome. Put it on Game Pass is what I say. Yeah, I would. Listen, I'm with you. There's games Microsoft owns that aren't even on Game Pass that they won't put on there. Like Blinks 2, Brute Force.
Blinks 2, Brute Force, Fusion Frenzy 2. There's a bunch.
Fusion Frenzy 2, isn't that just backwards compatible to begin with?
Only one. They hate the sequels. I mean, the game sucks, but hey, put it on there. It's your game.
Lance Reddick was also in the game. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Wolfenstein 299 so fucking. It is.
Yes.
I have it downstairs. Great game.
Put that.
It was like Call of Duty meets Wolfenstein. Even though Wolfenstein technically is kind of like that, but. You know the New Order is going to be fucking 10 years old next year?
Well, holy crap, you're right. Wow.
Came out, I think, May of 14.
That's
April or May.
That's nuts. They got to finish that one up too. That's supposed to get one last game. That's trilogy or whatever.
Xbox One, PlayStation 4 turned 10 years old this year.
November.
Yeah, so I would say move on. Get the new consoles. They're on sale for Christ's sakes. All right, we're going to run. These guys got to go to bed.
Yep.
I'm going to go to bed. So I want to thank you all for watching.
Thank you
I'll
guys
probably
for
be streaming.
watching.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying thank you guys for watching and listening.
I'll probably be streaming this weekend. I don't know yet, depending on how I feel. I've been very tired lately, but everything's
It's Easter
fine.
on Sunday.
That's right. Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter.
I'm probably just gonna stay home and not do anything, but I got some food today for that. We're just gonna stay home. Not going anywhere.
Staying home and cooking.
Yeah. It's just another day at home. Young Blood was not very good. That's
No.
all right. I got stuck in one of the rooms and I was like, I'm done. The other one I'm almost done beating, but I never went back to.
All of them are good, but Youngblood is the weakest.
All right. Well,
All right.
take care. Stay safe. Have a good
Take
one.
care, everyone.
Thanks for watching, and yeah, happy Easter to you guys too.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy Easter, guys.
Bye.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye. These suckers, they always leave. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe out there. I'll try to stream tomorrow at some point. Until then, check out Dreadpool's channel. Check out It's VB's channel. Check out M3TV over at YouTube for wrestling. Let me see here. Who else do we have? Check out Anthony's channel. Let's talk Resident Evil. I guess that's pretty much it. So, thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody. Take care. Good night. Catch you later. Peace.